We are hanging out here on this Christmas Eve with you guys, 916-339-1140 if you'd like to text into the show. And we thank you for listening on, it's an abnormal time. Maybe do a little roll call for us. Are you guys working today? Anybody working tomorrow? We are not. We are thankful and fortunate to not be working tomorrow. So this is the last day of shows for this week on Sactown Sports. That's pretty rare. I've been here a long time. We don't kind of have a station shutdown like that. Now there's NFL on Thursday on Christmas Day, and Friday we're off. We'll have I'll be back for Kings basketball not till Saturday, so I'm gonna enjoy the next couple days sleeping in. Chris, I don't think I've asked you. I know Dave can't sleep late. Do you? I mean, I know sometimes you have to get up to watch, or want to get up to watch soccer. But if you didn't have any obligations the next day on a weekend, or in this case, we have a day or two off here, are you going to be able to, whatever sleep in is for you?
Well, I got to work on Christmas, so.
Yeah, but like tomorrow and Friday.
Tomorrow.
And Saturday and Sunday.
I'm going to my cousin's early for that, so.
Like what's early?
Huh? Like 8.
Man.
So, but that's sleeping in now.
Is it?
But like if I'm on vacation and like thinking of absolutely nothing, like 9, 10 is
Isn't that great?
good. But then I'm usually up to like 1 or 2.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when I think that's what Dave will say, like, I can't believe you could still sleep on the weekend. I go, oh, because I stay up late Friday and Saturday. I go back to what I normally would do.
What's weird is we're all like that. We were all like
more night people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're all up at ridiculous hours and here. But we're here today. Dave is off today again. He'll be off. We're back for a couple days next week too, and then we'll have order restored when we get back into the new year for sure. Though I will say we did have a show outing yesterday. Thanks again to the great folks at Roosters on the River. We had a great time. We weren't there terribly long. Just kind of went there, had a meal, broke some bread, and met some people there, which was very nice. And we
took
got
some pictures.
We took probably a legendary picture that I don't know if it'll ever get out, but hopefully we will remember that for a long time. But good time, good food, good time, and encourage anybody to go to Roosters on the River. I saw some people in our chat yesterday mentioning it. I thought, ooh, are we going to get some listeners showing up? But if they were there, they hid from us. But we had a good time. We weren't certain if we were going to see Dave, but he was there. He made it. And, for someone that was, he's on vacation. He didn't have to do it. So I was, I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I was grateful.
Very.
Yeah.
And I think the food lived up to my hype that I gave it.
Absolutely.
And when I saw your chilaquiles, I'm like, okay, that's going to be what I'm getting next time.
Yeah, what's funny is our waiter, I was debating between that and like a breakfast skillet, and I think he waited like 0.12 seconds. I go, hey, what's bet? I mean, I don't know what to get here. Should I get the breakfast skillet here or the chilaquiles? I'm like,
yeah, I don't think you even finished saying it.
there you go. I'll take that then. I mean, I do that a lot. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but generally the wait staff. And how do you handle that one? So let's say I said that, and I was kind of leaning the chilaquiles, but if he said, "Ooh, no, get the breakfast skillet," I'm like, what's wrong with the chilaquiles? That wasn't the case. But have you ever had that where if you've asked the waiter something and they go, "Well, I've never eaten that, but my favorite."
I don't think I've ever asked a waiter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I do it a ton, but I have done it quite a bit. And I've done it quite a bit more lately because usually I get to 2 to 3 things that I'm like, oh, man, this might be a game time decision. Every once in a while, I was like, no, I know what I'm getting when I come here. I'm getting this. That's the other part is if you go to a restaurant that you like something, I have no issue getting the same thing every time.
Yes.
Because I go, it's good. I like it. I bet there's other good things on the menu, but this one is never disappointed.
This is funny, but my favorite place, the Limelight.
Yeah.
That's like one of the few places where I have basically tried everything.
So I've never been there.
Oh.
It's on
Alhambra and J Street.
Okay. I know.
Don't go there on an Eagles day.
Eagle, like Philadelphia
Yeah.
Eagles? Oh, okay. Does Cody go there?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
There's a bunch of Eagles fans there.
I know, but is it an secret Eagles bar?
It's not secret.
Okay. Are there any other fans? A team, like, is there a Steelers day? Is there or
No,
it's just Eagles?
It's just Eagles.
Oh. So someone started it. Eagles fan club.
Well, it used to be a Raiders Eagles bar.
Right.
And I went with my friends who were part of the Raiders group, and then the Eagles fans basically kind of took over.
Okay. Note to self. So you've tried everything because you haven't settled on something?
No,
or you're
everything
like, I've been here
is
enough?
amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Aren't there games too?
Games.
Like, is there gambling there?
Oh, there's a card room in the back.
Card room. Yeah. How often do you do that, or have you done that?
I haven't done it for a while.
Okay. Like what, poker or?
They've got
Blackjack,
Baccarat, Blackjack.
Baccarat.
They used to have Spanish 21, which was a big fan of.
Wait, what's the difference in that? I've played it, but I've
there are no number 10s in the deck.
Uh-huh.
And there's like a lot of you can double down multiple times on the same hand.
Oh, wow.
You could split aces and it's a true split. It's not one card a piece.
Oh,
like you get,
I
so
like
you
that.
could get like aces and then double, double, double.
Like if you got an ace 9, are you doubling that?
Depends on what
What they have
Yeah.
showing. I mean, you can ruin the table. You can help the table. I mean, that's, I guess, anything at blackjack. I like to play blackjack with you, Chris. You and I play roughly
you're
the same.
a good one. You and my friend Rob are the best blackjack players I know.
And
Sean is, I feel like I might get this.
yeah, I'm like, you're a feel guy? You're one of those guys? Yeah. Just be consistent. To me, you're not always going to win. The thing about blackjack, and that's what I always say, is you win. You win hands. You lose hands.
No, that's not true.
Well, I mean, in theory, you could lose every hand.
I saw, we call him the cooler because he's like and it's not even it's just games of luck he's awful at. And it was like Jackson Rancheria, we all just turned 18 and we're like, oh, we got to go up for this. So he's like, I don't want to play. I'm bad luck. So I sit down first. I make a bunch of money. Then my other friend comes down. He makes a bunch of money. He's like, okay, I'll play because he sees how well it's doing. He had $40, bet $5 a hand, out in 8 hands.
Over 8. I mean, but maybe the 9th hand was the one, but he was out. And, much like
I have never seen that before.
That's really hard to do. I mean, it really is. And I feel like we've all said that I didn't win a hand. Well, okay, then you think back, I won a couple, but we've just been a terrible win percentage. That's rough. 0 for 8. I have had that happen. Maybe not where you just sit down and you're like, my goodness, how many 14s am I going to get? But I guess my whole point on blackjack, generally, if you play enough hands, you will win hands. The whole key to it is what are you betting? And do you win your double downs? Are you betting a little bit larger if you're playing a $5 hand?
It feels like there's always a key hand to tell you how you're going to do.
Yeah, and it's like, if I get this one, it's a good night. And then it's like, I didn't get that one, or I did, and that saved me. Or if it's like, again, I don't even know anymore these days if there's $5 tables. Remember at Bill's Casino up in Tahoe, I mean, how long ago was that? I don't even know what it's called anymore. But Bill's used to be there years and years ago. They had dollar tables. And this is back when if I had $20, I had a lot. But, man, dollar tables were great. Now, I mean, Chris, when we go to Summer League in Vegas, and especially if it's like a Friday night, Saturday night that I'm there, I'm like, man, can I find a table I'll be lucky to find 15. Lucky.
Well, that's everywhere now. That's not just Vegas. I went to Reno. It was the same thing.
It's like, where did, I guess we just skipped 10. 5 was there, now 15. Is it going to be 25 soon? And I remember some of the places we said, yeah, minimum would be 25, and a lot of times you're finding 50. I'm like, 50? Man, too rich for my blood. But the funny thing is, if you play blackjack for a while and you're playing on a night where maybe I'm thinking about starting at a $5 table and I'm playing and things are going fine or whatever, and I'm just there for a while. You and I are playing, and then sometime I look down and go, whoa, I'm betting $35. If things have gone well and you kind of add on to your stack and you've won 3 in a row and you're like, hey man, I would never bet that. If the table was $35, I'd walk away. But here you are because things are going better or things are not going well. But to me, it's, when you bet, if you hit, I normally bet $5. Now this hand, I'm betting 20. Did you get your double down and win? Did you get a blackjack and win? That's the way blackjack works. But Limelight, what's the best thing you've eaten at the Limelight?
The wings are the best.
The wings.
Yeah.
That's the must-have.
Yes.
Okay.
And
you still go there? Are you watching soccer primarily?
It depends on the situation. Like if it's like we did brunch there the other day.
Okay.
No, it's really more of a feeling thing. Like, nothing to do on a Saturday. Like I'll go there on a weekday if Manchester City is on TV.
Okay. So the choices are there. The choices are to be had. Well, we've got a big show for you today, our final show before Christmas. And again, we'll have some Christmas-themed topics for you today on the show, including, what would you get? Our beloved Sacramento Kings for Christmas. That'll come up a little bit later here in the show. We will talk a lot about the 49ers last night. Man, an offensive juggernaut. They looked great last night offensively. We will discuss that. We'll have last night in the NBA. We are scheduled to have Sean Salisbury for his weekly appearance Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
Let's kick it.
We're going to kick it with Sean, see what's on his Christmas menu. You think you think he goes back to the Salisbury jalapeno cream corn?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a hit at Thanksgiving, but maybe he's got a different. And with now, knowing more about him and his son's a chef, like, I don't know what they've got cooking for Christmas. Also, tonight, the Kings are back in action. They play the Detroit Pistons. This is another team we're going to do a Kings comparison. And the reason the Kings are having a pretty miserable season record-wise, Detroit has lived that. And just recently, and now here they are, the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. We'll kind of go through how they built it. Can the Kings do it the same way? Every team that's kind of gotten near the top of the league has done it differently. I think that's the point where the people that, blow it all up, get a number one pick, this is how you get better. That is a way. Some teams have traded key assets to get key players back that have made them better. We'll go through that throughout the show, and then we'll wrap things up at the end of the show when Alan Stiles will come in, and we'll have crosstalk and celebrity birthdays. So that is all coming up today. But let's start you out, as we generally do, with leading off.
Let's do it.
Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Rivers out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Quick throw over the middle, intercepted. D. Winters has got it. D. Winters going the other way. Winters to the 40, the 25-30. No one's going to touch him. Nothing but the taillights. It's a pick 6. 49ers.
Pick City, baby. First pick 6 of the year, and D. Winters was all over that and caught Phillip Rivers slipping.
Wow.
Guy Haberman filling in for the great Greg Papa, who's coming back the last 2 games. That's going to be so awesome. Tim Ryan, and Niners win.
I think we need Dave's opinion on this, on Papa coming back.
Why?
Because they need to win out all the way, and they're winning with Haberman calling the call.
Yeah.
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
I mean, the win streak's at 5. Win streak's at 5. Yeah, they need to beat the Bears. They need to beat the Seahawks. If they do both of those things, they will have the 1 seed. They will be the NFC goes through the San Francisco 49ers. And the way this season was going, the amount of injuries they've had, it didn't feel like it was going to be that way. And even last night, I mean, the way the game started, I thought the Colts were aggressive. They won the toss. They said, let's go. We're going to take the ball and go. And they went right down the field, converted huge 3rd downs. Phillip Rivers looked great. And it's like, oh, boy, this is going to be a tough night for the Niners. 7-0. Boom. Niners go back down and score 7-7. I thought the whole game flipped on the ensuing kickoff when they fumbled. Niners got it. And then they went ahead again, 14-7. And the Niners, to me, are where they are in their wheelhouse is if they get ahead. They are a great front-running team. They get ahead of you. Kyle Shanahan now can kind of dictate the terms, and you got to catch them. And the way their offense is playing right now, man, that team looks great. I mean, the only flaw was the interception. I thought that was more on not on Purdy as much as the receiver that went through the hands. They missed a field goal at the end of the half. That was an amazing attempt by Pinheiro that hit the crossbar. But offensively, nearly flawless. Defensively, good enough. Good enough. I mean, that key pick six and got after Phillip Rivers. Got better, I would say, as the game went along. And an important win could be the last road game of the year. That's their hope. And a nice win. A really, really nice win for San Francisco. We'll dive into that a little bit more, especially in our next segment. We'll have a highlight recap of that. We'll dive in throughout the show, too, on what the win means, on how good Brock Purdy was. And still remembering a time when, he got the job. It was his to have, and then there were still questions. Like every time he had an off game, it's like, well, is he the quarterback of the future? Do they really need to pay him? Well, they've paid him. They've decided he's the guy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Mac Jones played great, filling in. He did awesome. But Brock Purdy elevates him. Brock Purdy's playing really well. The throws he was making last night, the reads, the processing, all the things that got him the starting job, his mobility, he looks healthy. He's played great. He really has, and it's too bad he hasn't had a larger sample size because some of his metrics, if he has been playing a whole season, he'd be up near the best of the NFL in 2025. All right, let's get to cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Now it's 125, 124 as we mentioned. So the final 5 seconds ticking off the countdown clock. Far side of the floor, Thompson patiently waiting as he will put it in play. Achua once again in front of him. Şengün with his back to him. Rolling through is Prince. Now here's looking for Durant. He grabs it. He launches for the win. It's off the iron. It's no good. We got a tip. No good. Kings get the victory. 125, 124. I'm not sure if the tip would have counted had it gone in, but it was a gallant effort on the part of the Rockets off the KD miss. But Sacramento pulls off the improbable.
Yes, they did. That was the last game the Kings played, the overtime thriller, in which the Sacramento Kings were able to defeat the Houston Rockets. And now they're back in action tonight when they welcome in the Detroit Pistons. Detroit played
KD miss, but
wow.
Sacramento pulls off.
That was the last time they played, and the Kings got the victory, and now they try to make it 2 in a row. First time they matching up with Detroit. We'll break this game down a little bit more with a preview of that because first look at I wouldn't even say the surprising Pistons, but the fact that they've taken advantage of some injuries in the Eastern Conference. They did a great job last year of kind of breaking through, and now they're just adding on and building confidence and growing and becoming a much better team and a legit threat in the Eastern Conference. All right, let's get to our third and final cut.
Cut number 3.
Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 10th, 5-5 game, infield in. Chapman is set. Here's the pitch. Hit him! It hits DJ Stewart. The winning run scores from third. McNeil scores. 6-5 Mets in 10. DJ Stewart gets to first. He is mobbed by his teammates. It is the DJ Stewart game in the most painful but fun way as possible.
Yeah, we played a Jeff McNeil scoring by getting hit by a pitch to win the game.
That was the most fun highlight I found of his.
Jeff McNeil, the newest member of your Athletics. The A's trade for a 2-time All-Star from the Mets yesterday. And in interesting move, certainly that it's already a really good lineup going into next year. We'll talk a little bit about that as well as the A's trying to bolster their lineup a little bit. So we have set the table for you today. We thank you for being here, 916-339-1140. We are now up and running on our YouTube page. We appreciate those of you that are there as well, chatting along, and we're just going to have some fun here on this Christmas Eve show. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, we are back. Take a closer look at that Niners win last night over the Colts. That's right here on Sactown Sports.
Visit SactownSports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Tell me what's going on, Chad, for Hoblet's Wrap the Year Up sales event.
Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Jeep Gladiator Willys. You won't find a better combo of off-road capabilities and utility. And if you want to give it a try, you can lease one for as low as $229 a month for 39 months.
Ooh, I do love the combination of an off-road Jeep and truck. There's nothing else like it.
It's truly unique. But remember, Hoblet has whatever you're looking for. With the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter, you can find over 200 quality vehicles and dozens under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Gladiator Sport S after 12,500 factory rebates and 4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10,500 national and regional lease bonus cash. Must finance with Ally. Residential restrictions apply. 229 special lease with $995 due at signing for well-qualified buyers with 720 plus FICO score, plus tax, license fees, and dealer accessories. 7,500 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over. 2 net savings. VIN number 546-334, 546-335. See dealer for details.
So Pure Talk just had their best year ever and asked me if I'd like to thank their customers on their behalf for being so awesome. I said sure. It's important to say thanks, especially this time of year, which is why, as one of their many satisfied customers, I should probably thank Pure Talk first for keeping their customer service in this country and for providing hundreds of American jobs. I appreciate that. I also appreciate their Roundup program, which makes it easy to support America's Warrior Partnership and join the fight against veteran suicide. And I love that Pure Talk donated 1,000 hand-sewn Made in America flags to veterans around Independence Day. And of course, I really appreciate their generous support of my own foundation, MicroWorks, and their commitment to help us train the next generation of skilled workers. Having said all that, it's now my pleasure, on behalf of everyone at Pure Talk, to thank you sincerely for choosing to do business with an American wireless company that actually stands for something. And one more thing. Merry Christmas.
When value matters, Elk Grove Chevrolet delivers. Right now, lease a new Chevrolet Silverado LT for $250 per month plus tax. The Silverado 1500 stands out with composed handling, competitive towing, payload, roomy cabin, and fuel economy. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com for full lease details. Don't miss your chance to drive the new Chevrolet Silverado. Stop by Elk Grove Chevrolet today and experience quality that goes the distance.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. The winter months bring joy, but also with more rain and snow, unfortunately, more accidents. Over the last quarter century, thousands of Northern California residents have looked to Ashton & Price to be their root op with a law license to guide them through the storm of an injury claim. As always, we wish you and your family the safest and happiest of holidays. But if you need us, at Ashton & Price, we're here for you. So whether you've been naughty or nice, happiest holidays from Ashton & Price.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
At Sierra Pacific, your home's comfort comes first. Need fast heating or plumbing you can trust? Our skilled, friendly technicians are ready when you need them. Save 10% on heating or plumbing repairs this holiday season. Get a heating system tune-up for just $79. Call today or visit SierraPacificHome.com. Legendary service and craftsmanship since 1984.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
I am stunned. I've never heard this song.
Yes, you have.
From Curtis Blow?
Yeah. I play it every year.
At this time?
Yeah.
Maybe I say it every year then.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I can tell who it was the second he started talking or singing. I think I've only heard it from you playing it. I can't believe I mean, obviously this must be really old.
Well, we usually have Dave here, so he cuts in pretty quick.
Yeah.
So.
Text line says, J. Ross, did you like Ariana Grande's Home Alone skit on SNL last Saturday? She kind of looked like Kevin. She looked great. It was amazing. Chris is the true Home Alone fan. You thought it was orchestrated perfectly.
The setup was like they did like beat for beat.
Yeah.
Like
they were right
shot
on
for
it.
shot.
Yeah. It was great. I watched some of last night's. It wasn't new. It's basically the SNL Christmas special that they've had packaged for a while. I don't know if they added anything new from the episode they just had Saturday, but did you watch any of the SNL Christmas special last night?
No.
Yeah. It's the same one, but it's never disappoints. There's a lot of good skits over the years that they had there. So watch some of that last night. But anyway, back here on the show, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud. Thank you for being here with us today. Hopefully everyone's getting ready for a fun couple of days here for the holidays and Christmas and family, friends, loved ones. Hopefully you're all going to be safe and sound and have a good couple of days here. Last night, the 49ers were in action, a game you could hear right here on Sactown Sports. And I mentioned it earlier, the way the game began. The Indianapolis Colts took the opening drive, or won the coin toss, and they wanted the ball. A lot of teams will defer so they can have the ball first in the second half, and they love to score going into the half, so you kind of get that double-up score if you can without the other team touching the ball. But they said, no, we want to be aggressive. We know the Niners are going to score, so let's go take the ball and go down and score. And they did just that. They converted a couple of critical third downs. Phillip Rivers he was in a rhythm, I would say, to begin the game, and it paid off on the first drive.
Ball in the left hash. Three receivers go to the right side. Rivers has a free shot, throws into the end zone. Touchdown! In the back of the end zone, it's Alec Pierce, and the play covers 20 yards to the house. Touchdown! I-N-D-Y! And the Colts score a touchdown on their opening drive of the game.
Yeah, those two, Pierce and Rivers, had a good combination going, especially on that opening drive. So if we continue to take you through our highlights here, how it all played out, let's go next to the 49ers trying to match on their first possession.
5 out for Purdy, who's in the shotgun here on second down and 8, just shy of the red zone. He takes the wobbly snap, steps back with time, throws, seam ball, and there's Robinson. He's got it. Touchdown! 49ers! What an answer! What a strike! 22 yards for the score.
Yeah, Brock Purdy was just getting started. Now for the 49ers, that was the first passing touchdown to a wide receiver other than Jennings this season. So that was a big stat for them. But like I said, Brock Purdy just getting started. The critical play of the game to me came early. So down 7-0, tie at 7, the ensuing kickoff, ball's out, Niners recover, and then they make the Colts pay.
Purdy takes the shotgun snap, wants to throw. Straight drop, throws. McCaffrey, front of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown! 49ers touchdown. The second in as many drives for San Francisco. They take the ball after the fumble on the kickoff and quickly put it into the blue.
Yeah, so now you're up 14-7. Colts match. Again, felt like it was going to be a shootout, and in many ways it was. So after 14-14, third drive for the Niners.
Purdy under center takes. Play action, rolls right. Purdy looking, throws back towards the middle, and Kittle's got it. Kittle caught it. A touchdown. Touchdown, 49ers. And San Francisco is back in front.
Yeah, this was, again, one of Brock Purdy's finest games. He was great. The Colts defense coming in, one of the best. It was the best rushing defense in the NFL as far as yards per carry allowed against, but McCaffrey ran well. They got enough running plays. Brock Purdy was sharing the ball, spreading the field, and really gouging them, and San Francisco would continue to add on.
3rd down and goal. Ball's at the 3-yard line. Purdy in the shotgun takes the snap, wants to throw. Throws out to the near pylon, up high, and it's snagged by Jennings with his fingertips. Juwan Jennings with the touchdown for the 49ers.
Yeah, San Francisco was just cooking all game long, and Brock Purdy would add one more offensive touchdown.
Shanahan used his challenge earlier, so they snapped the ball on 3rd down. Now he throws to the near pylon, and it's caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown.
Yeah, McCaffrey was awesome. 117 yards to the ground, 29 through the air, but I had a couple of receiving touchdowns. Kittle, before getting banged up, got over 100 and a score. Jennings was good. You heard on that call. Tonjes, I think they could have challenged that. It would have been a touchdown for him. Instead, you get another one to McCaffrey. And it was just their night. Purdy throws for a career best 5 touchdowns. He did throw the interception, which left the door partially open for the Colts, but D. Winters and the 49ers defense would slam that door shut.
Rivers out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Quick throw over the middle, intercepted. D. Winters has got it. D. Winters going the other way. Winters to the 40, the 25-30. No one's going to touch him. Nothing but the taillights. It's a pick 6. 49ers.
Pick City, baby. First pick 6 of the year, and D. Winters was all over that and caught Phillip Rivers slipping.
Wow.
Unbelievable performance by the 49ers. 48 points. This team, if they're going to keep winning, if they're going to advance in the postseason, they're going to do it with their offense. Defense, again, 27, that's generally too much, but it felt like they did a good job. They did a really good job on Jonathan Taylor. That's where, when we talked to Matt Barrows yesterday, that he was feeling like this team was going to have a really tough time with Taylor, who's had an awesome season, but they did a great job there. It was more of Rivers getting loose and finding guys open over the middle and crossing routes. And, the game plan for the Colts was good. It really was. But the Niners did just enough. They got a little more pressure as the game went along on Rivers, hurried him up, had him make that interception there, that big mistake. And San Francisco, most importantly at the end, whether it was a 1-point win or in this case a comfortable win, it needed to be a W. And they finished their road record. They played 9 road games, 7-2. That's a great road record. 11-4 overall, 2 straight games at home, tough games, Bears and Seahawks. And if they can get 2 more great wins, unbelievable. They've created this path that they will be the 1 seed in the NFC. We'll have more on the 49ers throughout the show. When we come back, we'll kind of do a grab bag. A lot of other sports news and notes to pass along from yesterday before we dive into 3 for Madness and our Christmas wish list for the Kings and others. We'll do that as we continue right here on Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-642-8855. That's 800-642-8855.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Who has the largest selection of golf merchandise in Northern California? The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. It's the go-to store for golf bags, apparel, equipment, lessons, club fittings, novelty items, and more. With their low price guarantee, complimentary gift boxes, and gift cards for your golfer, it's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Add convenient online shopping and effortless after-Christmas return policy, and you'll see why the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heating and Air. They're now upgrading what they do to include plumbing. They're bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. So they're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them all the time as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement. And now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free and give you that second opinion. And right now, they got a free furnace special with a full system installation up to $2,500 in rebates. All for a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
What?
Uh-huh. I wonder if you're going to play my favorite Christmas song at all. Let's see. Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
This is where I'm weird, and my favorite Christmas songs are like the old like hymns, like Christmas hymns.
Like?
What's the one with the "Do you see what I see"? That.
Those are some of your favorites?
Yeah.
The classics?
Oh, but of course, like the whole Muppet Christmas Carol soundtrack.
You love that movie.
Yeah. I've, like, no joke, I've probably seen it more than any other movie.
How many times have you watched it this season?
Only watched it once so far.
Okay. Will there be another viewing?
Of course. Probably at least 2 more.
At least 2 more. It's good. Do you, you obviously love it, so there's nostalgia. Is it to the point where you still laugh at it, or it's just like you just like it so much? Like you've seen,
at the beginning when it's, when they're doing the song and the mice sing, "No cheeses for us, Mises."
Best Muppet character is?
Gonzo.
Okay. Agree or disagree? Your thoughts. 916-339-1140.
That also probably says a lot about me.
Yeah. It does. It does. I was thinking about you last night, too, during the football game for a while, because you told me who your opponent had. Didn't they have Pierce and...
No, they had Kittle.
Oh, just Kittle?
Just Kittle. Allen had Pierce.
Oh, that's what it was, because I'm like, you were so far ahead. I'm like, he's not going to lose, but whatever. In my mind, I thought it was Pierce. And I know you had mentioned, you had McCaffrey.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So I remember hearing Pierce and McCaffrey, and the first touchdown was Pierce. The next touchdown was McCaffrey. The next touchdown was Pierce. I went, is Chris going to be in trouble here? And then I'm like, nah, he's going to be fine. Too big of a lead. You made the finals in both, correct?
Yeah.
And you're playing Allen in the one league?
No.
That's a separate league?
Huh?
That's a separate league?
Me and Allen aren't in the same league.
What was the thing Allen was attached to?
That was I just remember who he said that he needed 6 points and he had those players.
I thought that's where I was confused.
No.
Okay. Separate leagues. Good for you,
I'm
Allen.
going up against our former HR person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's in the league?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I should start really talking like...
Hey, they're former HR, so you should be okay. Good for you. Good for her.
Good for America.
Good for
and everything
the
is
world.
right.
Everyone is happy. Welcome back into the show. Jason Ross, Chris Verlaud here on this Christmas Eve. Let's see. The older I get, the more I relate to the two old guys in the balcony from the Muppets.
Bob and Jacob Marley in the movie.
That's their names?
Mm-hmm. Well, in the Christmas Carol, it's Bob Marley. Not Bob Marley, it's Jacob Marley.
Okay.
And so they wanted them to be like the guys with the ghost and the chain, so they named the other one Bob Marley.
Gotcha.
As a sly little joke.
Let's see. My wife works from home, and she's probably watched A Muppets Christmas Carol at least 10 times more, so it's just on in the background, but that is her favorite Christmas movie.
It's the best. It's the best one. It's the best Christmas Carol story.
Okay. There you go. You've got people on your side. They're definitely agreeing with you, Chris. A couple things we'll get to here before we get to 3 for Madness to start the next hour. Just wanted to kind of get this into our topics for today, a little sports grab bag here, if you will. We did mention it in leading off, but the A's, our A's, they're going to be Sacramento-ish a little more this year, a little. But they have made a trade, actually, to get a 2-time All-Star Jeff McNeil. We'll see how much he has left in the tank there, but I think that was an aggressive move. Second base had kind of been a trouble spot for the A's this last year. So lineup shouldn't be a problem. Really wasn't that big of a problem last year. They had some, the year that Kurtz had. Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson, if they can get some outfielders healthy and keep them healthy, what Shea Langoliers was able to do, like that's a good offense. Hitters Park, take advantage of all that. There you go. That's exciting to see what the A's could possibly be. They got to address some more pitching, but certainly while they're here in Sacramento. It's going to be fun to see if they could put together a run of any kind of substance. Also, DK Metcalf, you probably saw that interaction he had with a fan in Detroit on Sunday. Well, that was frowned upon, obviously, by the league. He has been suspended for a couple of games, 2 games, in fact, for his actions. Yesterday, also word came out there. College football is constantly changing, and we're witnessing it in real time. Whether it's realignment, NIL, transfer portal, it's a constant shift of the sport that feels like it's moving at such a rapid rate. And part of all of these changes is it's changed some of our rivalries that we've seen for years. Here locally, we experienced that, right, with the Causeway Classic this year. UC Davis and Sacramento State playing in the Big Sky. It's the final year of Sacramento State in the Big Sky. So as of now, the Causeway is not scheduled for 2026 and nothing on the schedule going forward. But I personally believe they'll play again, but that's not determined yet. But that's not the only one. There is a great rivalry over the years for USC and Notre Dame. And USC has gone into the Big Ten. Notre Dame is always looking for, independent games on their schedule, I should say, is looking for teams to play. That's been a great rivalry every year. And every other year they go to each school and play a home game at Notre Dame, then a home game at USC, and so on and so forth. Well, Notre Dame has signed a deal to play BYU in that USC spot. So the rivalry is on hold. It is not going to be played next year. And that was much to the ire of former USC legend Keyshawn Johnson.
Man, you know what? I've heard it all. I've seen it all. I can't believe what I just heard. But I just heard that we're not playing Notre Dame. I think the series is getting ready to end like in the next year or so. Here's what I'm going to say, man. I don't know what the F is going on with our athletic department. Okay, we got people in there that are not Trojans, that don't know anything about being a Trojan, running our athletic department. We got a head coach that knows nothing about being a Trojan. Why don't we just not play football? How about that? We're not going to play Notre Dame again, possibly till 2030 is what I'm understanding. That doesn't make any sense. I grew up on the Notre Dame USC rivalry. And I'm not one to go in on my athletic department, nor am I one to go in on the USC football coach. But if I can remember correctly, I had Lincoln Riley talking about, well, I don't know if I want to play them in the future. You ain't going to be here in the future, especially if you keep missing the playoffs. You're not going to be here in the future. I promise you that. So I don't understand what our athletic department or administration, okay, or board of trustees, board of regents, whatever you want to call it. What the hell are they doing? We running from teams now? We running from Notre Dame? Hell, why don't we run from Oregon and Michigan and Ohio State and Wisconsin? Why don't we just not be in the conference? Why don't we pull that move and just play Sacramento State? Why don't we play them type of teams? UC Davis? Because that's what we want to do. This is crazy. It really is crazy if you think about it. Michigan, Ohio State, one of the biggest rivalries in football. Alabama, Auburn. Okay? They ain't canceling that. Why would we cancel our biggest rivalry because we can't beat them? It's ridiculous. It makes zero sense, man. It's just hard to support this program. It's hard. It's really hard to support this program when we keep on doing this type of stuff, this behavior.
Keyshawn Johnson, I had to let that whole thing go because when he started mentioning the Hornets and the Aggies. That's the frustration we're at. USC, Notre Dame, why is that not playing?
People need to stop pretending like, well, this is crazy. Why are they doing this? It is like literally a cash grab.
Yeah, and it's all chaos.
It's all of this is about money.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All the playoffs, the schedules, everything is about money now. You can't act like these are like school teams going up against each other like it was 40, 50 years ago. Well, this is it.
The thing, though, about that's stunning, Chris, is there would be a ton of money to be made for more USC Notre Dame games.
But then that stops them from getting money in the playoffs because it could stop them from getting in the playoffs. So if they can't get in the playoffs, then they're not getting enough money from that.
Yeah.
If they're not making money from the playoffs, and they're not getting enough money from their sponsors.
Go do it private equity again. What a mess. What a mess. All right, 1 hour complete here today. When we come back in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll take a look at last night in the NBA, including tonight's opponent, the Pistons, were in action. We will go another deeper dive into the 49ers and how good they looked last night. But up next, 3 questions, 3 answers, and 3 for madness, including, think about this during the break, it is Christmas time, holiday time. What Christmas gift would you get our Sacramento Kings? We'll have that next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, tell me what's happening for Hoblet's Wrap the Year Up sales event.
Right now, you can save up to $12,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesmans with no payments for 90 days. That means you drive home a new Ram today and don't make your first payment until March of next year. Or you can save up to $5,250 off MSRP and get 0% for 72 months, saving you thousands in finance charges.
Okay, everyone keeps saying 0% is impossible to find. I guess they're just not going to Hoblet.
We strive every day to get our customers the best deals on the truck they need. Affordability is key, and right now we have new 2025 Ram 1500 starting as low as $34,995.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$12,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman after $7,250 factory rebates and $5,250 dealer discount. Rebates include $4,750 national, 10% below MSRP rebate. $2,000 holiday select inventory, $500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. To this net savings, sample VIN 197717. See dealer for details.
I just want to entertain people and make a living. From Focus Features, they had a dream.
I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to garden, I want a cat.
All they needed was each other.
We should call ourselves Lightning and Thunder, a Neil Diamond experience.
This Christmas, based on a true story.
If you've ever had a shot, pal, this is it.
Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson.
It's good.
So good. Song Sung Blue, rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. Only in theaters this Thursday.
Game night in Sacramento? Light up your night at Revival at the Sawyer. This rooftop hotspot is where the city comes alive. Elevated vibes, stylish crowd, and the perfect view of the Golden One Center. Celebrate the wins, escape the chaos, and be part of the scene before, during, and after every Kings game. Revival, the place to see and be seen. When the final buzzer sounds, the energy doesn't stop. It just moves upstairs. Join fellow fans, stay close to the action, and make every Kings night unforgettable. Book your game day reservation at revivalsacramento.com.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today.
What will a Maverick do? 'Cause you're a Maverick too.
Give to get with no gimmicks. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. The winter months bring joy, but also with more rain and snow, unfortunately, more accidents. Over the last quarter century, thousands of Northern California residents have looked to Ashton & Price to be their root op with a law license to guide them through the storm of an injury claim. As always, we wish you and your family the safest and happiest of holidays. But if you need us, at Ashton & Price, we're here for you. So whether you've been naughty or nice, happiest holidays from Ashton & Price.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton
and price.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, here we are in the 7 o'clock hour. 1 hour from now, scheduled to be joined by Sean Salisbury, our resident QB. Still to come also at 9 o'clock. We're going to do a deeper dive into the Kings and Pistons. Not only the matchup tonight, but look, a lot of people are wanting to make this Kings team better. I'm one. I know Scott Perry, Doug Christie, everybody would like to see this team become that sustained winner that I think Monty McNair was looking for. I know that Scott Perry is looking for, and we thought we were getting glimpses of it with the original Beam team, but that didn't last. And now this team is in a bad way. I mean, just 7 wins on the season. Tonight's game 30 of the year, and the season's moving at a rapid rate. And the Kings have had some moments, but they've also had some moments on the other side of things. So, but we'll kind of do how Detroit has built it, and can the Kings take that path? So we'll discuss that a little bit later in the show. Still have 4 down territory. We'll have a 3 in the key for tonight's game. It has some predictions that Chris and I will make, and we'll wrap things up in the show with Alan Styles, Crosstalk, and celebrity birthdays. But it is 3 for Madness time. And Chris, why don't you fire away with question number 1?
It's the holiday time, so with that said, what gift would you give the Sacramento Kings?
All right, well, this was a little teaser we gave before the break, and we've already had a few people chime in. Let's go to our chat line, and let's see. I saw this earlier. Gift for the Kings. Where is this? AA Ron, Xmas gift for the Kings. Guaranteed top 3 pick in the next draft. Okay. And certainly you can weigh in on the chat or on the text line. On the text line, Jeff has said Christmas wishes for the Kings that the veterans get new starts elsewhere. The rookies get more opportunities and keep growing. But even though they aren't very good, they still are lovable losers. I actually like a lot of the personalities on this team. Someone else is suggesting, should Dave drive across country in an RV to try to get this resolved? It's an idea. It's a plan. It's a thought. It's a concept. Campeo says an all-star 4. When I'm thinking about this for this team, there's lots of, there are a lot of gifts that I would like to see this team have, whether you're looking at certainly individuals on ways that they can get improvement or see more playing time, or, Coach Christie, I'd love to see him have a long, fruitful run as head coach and become one of the winningest coaches in Kings history. I mean, more beams, all those kind of things are what we truly would want to see for this team, I think, and a desire to just see this team be great. I would love it. But I'm trying to do it in a realistic way, and also with what I truly think would help the team the most. And I think if you look at everything that they have right now, the way they're constructed, I'm kind of going down that line of one of our texts here, but I think they just need to make a trade. That's what I would give the Kings for Christmas, is what I would call just a productive trade. Now, what's a productive trade? One is a move of cleaning up some of the mess that they have as far as log jam at guards, ideally maybe freeing up some contract space, certainly trying to get some youth and or draft picks in return. But I think in the immediacy of this season and for future seasons, I think a trade would be beneficial. I think that's a route they want to go. But I want to call it a productive, winning trade for the organization. That would be my, well, if I could have two wishes. I actually saw that skit on the Christmas special.
Of course, it's a classic.
That one came up pretty early. Do you have a Christmas gift, Christmas wish you would give the Kings, Chris?
Cheap tickets for fans.
That would be for you more so than for the Kings.
No, that would be for all the fans.
For all. Okay. You're like that. You're a big proponent of that.
Yes.
In every spot, in every way.
I will say this: if I was an owner of a professional team, the fans would absolutely love me, and all the other owners would hate me.
Yeah, because they were like, we need to make more money. You're like, yeah, we need to help. We need to help all people. What do you think your ticket prices would be?
I would put $100 for a lower bowl, $50 for $25 for upper bowl. No, I'm gonna say.
Wait, aren't they less than $100 in the lower bowl now?
I'm gonna say $50 for lower bowl, $25 for upper bowl.
Okay. How about courtside?
That's a gift that I give to fans.
Oh. Okay.
Everybody allowed in all of the lounges.
They're taking our food. Have you been in a lounge?
I have.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How was it?
Crazy. It's insane.
Describe it.
Like, you just get everything. There's like food there and dessert and candy and popcorn and drinks, and it's all free.
I love it.
It's one of those things of like, have you seen Home Alone recently?
It was on. Yeah, I saw parts of it like 3 days ago.
When they're on the flight over there, and the uncle is like, "Wait, is this crystal? Put in your purse. Put in your purse." And fill it up. Nope. Up.
That's me. Do. Yeah.
That's like, I had those A's tickets with the all you can eat and drink, and my friend and I. Oh, you saw that? Like, took full advantage.
Absolutely, but you should. You paid for it. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong in that. Let's see.
I think John Fisher lost money because of us.
Yeah, well, good for him. I'm okay. Chris, good job. I'm okay with that one. $30 upper bowl would be great. Okay, there's another wish.
Well, guess what? $25 off of that, sir.
Yeah. You can go get a couple of food items as well for your extra $5.
Oh, and that's another thing. There will be like pricier food options, but there will also be like $1 hot dogs, $1 popcorn spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, so what would be your Christmas wish, your wish list for the Sacramento Kings, the gift you would give them? I think that's the road I would go, the trade. I just think they need to clear up some space on the current roster for guys, which it's already a log jam, and it's going to get worse if and when Sabonis comes back. Certainly Levine should be back soon. It's just going to create a log jam. And so I think we've all said when Scott Perry got here, and if we follow his track record of what he did with the New York Knicks, and he kind of just gutted that team for a 2-year stretch, and they became a completely different team, and now here they are as one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference. I believe that's going to be somewhat of a similar path and choice that he's going to make, but we're not there yet, and we're in the infancy of it, and it's going to happen, I believe, to some extent, but we need it to happen. And I think, with the trade season kind of opening up a few days ago, with the deadline still about 2 months away, it just feels like we're in that waiting game. And I would say the Kings, one of the silver linings in having these injuries, nobody wants to see people get hurt, but with Sabonis being out, what have we seen? More opportunity for Reynaud, and he's showing us some things. Dylan Cardwell is showing us some things. Same idea where while Levine is out, they've moved in some minutes. We're seeing a little bit more Nick Clifford, so on and so forth. So I think when you could avoid why isn't Malik Monk playing? Why isn't Keon Ellis playing if one or more of those veterans was dealt? And to me, that's where I would go. That, to me, I think would be the it's not a resolution to turn this year around as far as I'm not saying make this trade to get him from a 7-win team to look out. Here they come for that 10th spot. No, that's not the point of this. This would be to try to fast track without a shortcut, because I think this is part of the plan to make a trade, to revamp the roster. And so that's my wish, is to have it happen sooner than later for a lot of reasons, but those are the main reasons I suggested. Another one, affordable food and drinks would be killer. Free water.
You got it.
Yeah.
See, if I need to win multiple billion-dollar lotteries.
You bought your ticket.
So I could buy a team. Oh, I wonder if I won. Did anybody win last night?
I thought is it tonight or was it last night?
It was yesterday.
We got to see if someone won the Powerball. Is that what it was?
Someone won. One person won in South Sacramento.
Did anyone win the Powerball?
Nope.
No?
No.
Wait, are you saying no? You're kidding, or no one did?
No one did.
Wow. That's crazy. So it was at 1.6, I think? 1.4? 1.6, I think.
Yeah, the estimated for the next one is 1.7.
Oh, barely went up. So you win that Powerball just by yourself. 1.7 after taxes. What are we talking? Probably about 1.
Oh no. Okay, now we got to start being smart about my financial planning.
Only $1 billion. Man, maybe then we could see.
If I had 3 wishes.
Chris's dream. He buys a team. He makes $10 tickets. Now I'm dropping numbers.
Wait, but you're losing money.
Would you be?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Actually, no. With the TV set. No, we had a whole COVID where no fans were allowed in the games, and they made a ton of money.
It can be done. It can be done. All right, let's get to question number 2.
Question 2.
What gift would you give the San Francisco 49ers?
Okay. So we're kind of hitting our relatively local teams. Another one on the text line is Sacramento Kings Costco hot dog sponsorship, $1.50 hot dog and soda.
And Arizona iced tea for 99 cents.
There you go. Get them both. The dude that won $2 billion got less than $1 billion. Well, okay, he did all right, though.
Dang. Crux.
Where do those taxes go? Your contact partner KCRA said the projected cash out would be $781 million. $781 million.
So if I gave 100 people $1 million, I would only have $681 million left.
Man. Honestly, I don't know what the rules are on that. Isn't there a gift limit?
Yeah, you would have to pay taxes on it.
You would, or they would?
They would.
Like if you gave. Do you know? I know you know 100 people. The hard part.
I'm related to at least 100 people.
The hard part about that is, okay, how would you handle this, Chris? Because let's just do your exercise. You gave 100 people $1 million. There are going to be people, and because that would spread, right? Like just say in this office, in this company, And I'm not even going to say.
Well, in this company, you would find out who I like and who I don't like.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, man, he gave, like, why wouldn't he, if he wanted to give everybody in the company, why wouldn't he give everybody, whatever, $100,000? That would make a difference for everybody. And so that to me is one of the issues of winning just an astronomical amount of money, the amount of people that would hit you up. How do you handle that?
Yeah, give them something.
Oh, you just give everybody something.
Everybody gets something.
Everybody, all of our listeners come to find you.
Everybody gets something.
Would you want it to become public?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the secret sauce. If you could find a way to win and stay anonymous.
There's one I remember because I think there's a few states where you can't do it, where you have to physically come in and you have to take like pictures and stuff. And this guy came in with like a ski mask, sunglasses, gloves, and like long sleeve shirt, so nobody could.
Good for him. Or her, right?
Or them.
Or them, yeah. When they put the name on the check, it's like blanked out. You don't know. All right, question 2 was, what would be the Christmas wish or the gift for the San Francisco 49ers? My gift would be, it's kind of happening in real time, and I just hope it keeps happening. But I really want it for a variety of reasons, but for a friend of the show and just Greg Papa. He's back. That's phenomenal. I'm glad he's feeling better. I'm glad he's healthy. But now I'm going to get greedy. I want them to have 2 more wins because then they have 2 home games. Greg's scheduled to do these games this weekend and the final game. And then he could possibly call all the playoff games and even the Super Bowl with it being in Santa Clara. That would be my wish. Maybe I'd throw in a healthy Fred Warner. But, yeah, what the 49ers are doing is great. It's fun to watch. I'm glad that Greg Papa's health is better. And he's still got a long road ahead of him for sure. And I still know he wants to go through the bone marrow transplant, or probably will need to for longevity's sake. But, man, what a battle he's gone through. And I'm glad this team has done their own battling on the field, won a great game last night. And that would be my my wish for the 49ers would be to have something like that happen. Let me see. Chris, they're suggesting you open joint accounts with each person and deposit the amount of money you wish, and you just don't touch it. Let the other person have fun. Is that with what, 2 people sharing that? I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Anyway.
I'm going to buy a congressman.
What are you talking about? They can't be bought. They can't be bought.
From like North Dakota.
Yeah.
The one.
The one. All right. Question number 3.
Question 3.
Should be, what would you do if you win the Powerball?
What would you give the Athletics?
All right. Well, they're doing a little bit of it, but let's lean in. Can we lean in, A's, on Sacramento? If it's 2 more years, if it's 3 more years, if it's more than that, I think your fan base that you do have here wants that. There are people that the A's and Fisher have alienated. You may not save them. But I'll just say, like, Chris, you didn't necessarily have a strong opinion as far as the A's team. I know you're not a Fisher fan, but you went to the final game in Oakland. You went to A's games maybe to see the Red Sox or other teams.
I don't think I should be allowed to go to any more final games.
Why?
At stadiums, because I went to the Giants final game in Candlestick.
Okay.
Loss.
Oh.
Final game at Arco Arena. Loss. Final game.
Well, it's less about the win-loss. It's more about you were going to be there and be a part of history.
What's crazy is the Giants and Kings, it was a celebration because they're staying.
Right.
Like they're getting new arenas. Yeah. It's like it's a goodbye to the state, like the feel good.
Right.
This was like a goodbye to the team. And that was just like, that was awful.
Yeah. And here, if I could wish anything on the A's, it would be, embrace Sacramento. And, I'll throw in one more. I really do hope this. I know there's plenty of people that are just anti John Fisher, and I'm not. This isn't this wouldn't be for John Fisher. This would be for the fans of baseball here in Sacramento, and I consider myself a fan of baseball. I really enjoyed going to the A's games this year. I really did. Had a blast. Enjoyed watching them as much as the other teams, but I think I love Major League Baseball. I just always have. And I hope in their run here, I hope there's one time where they make the playoffs. I just think that would be awesome. Now, Major League Baseball, they got to figure out how they want to handle all that. That's on them. But I'd love for the A's to put pressure on MLB to have like a great team and where they like actually have to talk about them, can't ignore them. Look what they're doing in, Sacramento, and see what that would look like.
Well, the thing that would be weird is, let's say they get matched up with the Yankees in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, there's a good chance that it's mostly Yankee fans here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's what it was obviously in the regular season games last year. But, yeah, it could be. And heaven forbid, what if they made a run through the American League and we're in the World Series? And they're like, we can't play. I mean, just
they face the Yankees, then the Red Sox, and then host the Dodgers.
Yeah, and they're like, we can't play that there. Dodgers will have all the home. It's creating a mess that baseball has that they kind of ignore, and there's no fix for them. And it's like, well, what if they had to play it here in this quaint little ballpark that's right here in our city? More wishes for people as far as the 49ers. 49er wish, Super Bowl win in Levi's. That would be great. A's, a permanent and real stadium in Sacramento area. Okay. My wish for the A's would be a dream season here, playoffs, embracing the city of Sacramento, more shirts that say Sacramento A's, and team endorsed. I know they're going to have, I don't remember what they said, Chris, when they said they're going to have Sacramento in the jersey. Maybe it's like certain select Fridays. I don't know if it's like almost like the NBA with the, like the city jerseys or whatever. But that's a start. But the fact that you look even in the standings and it just says A's or Athletics, when every other thing says New York, Boston, Detroit, Tampa, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh. Like, it's weird. It's just a weird scenario. But the people, I believe, the people that went to A's games this year, whether it was for watching the opposing team or the A's, it sure looked like they had a good time to me.
I would say the games here were good, but it just didn't have that A's feel.
I get that.
Like, if it was for some reason the Seattle the Colorado Rockies, they moved to Sacramento for a few. Like, we don't know what we're going to do. We're going to move to Sacramento. Yeah. I think that would be much better experience for me.
Yeah, because we knew there was no connection coming in.
Yeah, well, then, like, I remember just going to all those Oakland A's games, and it was just a party every single time. Like, even the bad games, you had the drums out there and everything like that. And so, like, it just felt a little blandish compared to the old Oakland scene.
I know what you mean, because I will say this. The feeling I had, Chris, walking across the Tower Bridge to the game, the very first game I went to, which was Game 2 when they were playing the Cubs. And there were, granted, a ton of Cubs fans, but, like, just you could hear the ballpark. You could hear the sounds. There was a ton of fanfare. And I'm like, man, this feels really, really cool. But then I went to another 30 games this year, and I didn't quite have that same feeling. Now, inside the park, I mean, I had a good time. I enjoyed myself, loved watching baseball. There were good games, walk-offs, all the different things you get to see in a baseball game. But, yeah, I know what you mean. There was something about the games in Oakland, and it didn't matter if they were a good team or a bad team. That was a party scene. They loved that team. They certainly did. So there you go. We gave you a few of our wishes for 3 for Madness for our teams here, whether it's the Kings, the 49ers, or the A's. When we come back, let's dive back into that Monday night game. How good was Brock Purdy? How important is he going to be in this long-term and short-term success for this team? We've got some reaction to the Niners win over the Colts when we come back here on Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back, He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We are looking at mostly cloudy skies this morning. May see a few areas of fog developing. We'll see temperatures starting out in the low 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
It's the best time of the year during the Roseville Auto Mall's end-of-year clearance sale going on now. 20 top brands and thousands of vehicles in stock daily with savings as big as the selection. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and Timber Creek Golf Course want to let you know is your official holiday golf headquarters. Right now, they've got an unreal deal going. Buy two, get one free. These are 12 packs of Srixon golf balls. Srixon has been turning heads all year. I've been using these balls. And yeah, for the record, my pseudo hole-in-one back in September came off a Srixon tee shot, and people aren't letting me forget it, that's for sure. Listen, these balls will not make you a scratch golfer, but for somebody like me, it makes the ball go more in the direction I want it to go in, and that means quite a bit. So whether you're shopping for the golfer in your life or, let's be honest, you're buying for yourself, hey, stock up now. When you're at Timber Creek, grab a gift certificate for lessons to dial in your game for next season. Whether you're fixing a slice or adding distance, improvement doesn't stop for winter. You got your holiday shopping solved. Srixon, buy two, get one free at Timber Creek Golf Course. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Toyotathon is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on your favorite fuel-efficient Toyota models. Hurry in to get a low-cost lease on the 2026 Corolla or the 51 MPG all-hybrid 2026 Camry. Or choose the fully redesigned all-electric 2026 BZ and get 0% financing plus $3,500 finance cash. These are the deals you've been waiting for. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium-rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Finance cash must be applied to transaction. Ends 1/5/26.
Guys, leave weight gain, low T, and ED in 2025. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering free full diagnostic panels, a $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Mrs. Claus started a conversation. Both of us felt a sweet sensation. So we agreed on recreation. Brought me inside, made some
Is that Reese the what?
It's something cause.
Welcome back in.
Everybody's getting something.
Everybody getting something. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, Carmichael Day back with us in the new year. We'll have this is our last show of this week. Off tomorrow, Christmas, and the day after. So we're going to enjoy that. Hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves as well. Good question from the text line, 916-339-1140. Assuming going back to Oakland is not an option, would you rather Sacramento permanently get the A's or an expansion team? I think I would say permanently get the A's. Because at that point, then you're all in, and you get some of that history of Oakland. I don't know. I bet a lot of people would pick other than that. Chris, if that question was an option for you, assuming they can't go back to Oakland, would you rather, if baseball was coming here, to stay, permanently keep the A's, or get an expansion team?
So okay. So
they're not going anywhere else. So like the question was, assuming going back to Oakland is not an option, would you rather Sacramento permanently get the A's or an expansion?
Okay, so the A's are moving someplace else.
I guess in this example, they would go to Vegas.
Then I guess stay here.
You'd rather the A's stay here than get
I just don't want anything that John Fisher wants to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good theory. All right, we continue on here. Last night, the 49ers got it done in a variety of ways with a important win to keep things rolling, to keep them in their position where they could control their own destiny. And a lot of guys played well, but I thought Brock Purdy was as good as he's been maybe ever.
Shanahan used his challenge earlier, so they snapped the ball on third down. Now he throws to the near pylon, and it's caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers! Touchdown!
Brock Purdy's final numbers, 25 of 34 yesterday, 295, 5 career-high touchdowns. Did throw a pick late, got sacked once. I think he ran a couple times. Let me see. Yeah, 2 times for 11 yards. So mobile enough, avoided, big damaging series. They scored basically every time. The field goal before the half, was an amazing attempt by Pinheiro that they didn't score on, that hit the crossbar. But just the offense right now is cooking. If you look at what they've done the last couple games, and I know, granted, people were looking at their schedule going, well, okay, they played the Cardinals, Panthers, Browns, Titans. But really, since Purdy has come back, there's 41 against the Cardinals, 20 against the Panthers. They struggled a little bit that day. 26 in the elements against the Browns, 37 against the Titans. And the Colts came in as a good defense. 48 points yesterday. And let's hear, from different people talking about this. Let's hear Brock Purdy talking about adjustments.
The last couple of years, the culture and the teams that we've had, that was a realistic goal to go attack the first seed, go make it deep into the playoffs, go make it to the Super Bowl, win it. Like, those are great goals and realistic. This year, I think it was just really cool for him to understand our team, where we're at, and, the turnover and all that kind of thing, and being real with the older guys that have been here, and the challenge of, hey, man, like, we got to win some gritty games, early in the year, in the middle of the season, and then late in the year, and see where we're at when it's all said and done. So I think it's just been really cool because that's been our mindset. Like, we just take it 1 week at a time. We haven't been getting wrapped up in the playoff picture or anything like that. And then, once we just handle business 1 week at a time, we're sitting in a good spot. So it's just really good coaching on his part. And you can see his experience coaching and stuff to be able to relay that to all the guys.
Yeah, that was what Brock Purdy had to say about Kyle Shanahan, how he's adjusted. Kyle's had an amazing year. He's got a gift. He is a great play caller. I think this team has benefited from him being the coach. Now he's settled into the years of experience and going through a lot of different things, whether it's injuries, success, some failures, guys being out. He's had to deal with this Ayuk thing. They've gone through a lot of different things and major injuries this year. But he was able to coach up a guy like Mac Jones to have him ready while Purdy was out. It was key to have McCaffrey and Kittle there a lot of that time, but some of them, Kittle missed some time too. They moved on from Deebo Samuel. Like, there's been challenges to this team. I think they had a favorable schedule, but look, you look at the end of it and you go, they've got a quality win against the Seahawks. They have a good win against the Rams. Last night's win was an important win. They played a good team in the Colts that were desperate, had to win. Otherwise, they were going to be eliminated. Now they have been, and Brock Purdy talked about that, about going against a veteran like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, it was cool, to be out here playing against Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Like, they're a great team, but just more than anything, just, taking it one drive at a time, and, as an offense, just having a standard and trying to play with that standard and with the guys that we have out there, man. So to go out and execute like we did and to keep doing that, just really proud of those guys, man. Just everybody in our team, just defense getting stops at clutch moments, and the turnover at the end of the game to seal it with D winners. Like, just feels good to, to play together as a team and win on the road, tough environment, Monday Night Football, Phillip Rivers, like they got, some momentum over there and stuff. So just a huge win for us. All
right, and then one more from Brock Purdy about kind of the playoffs. They're in. They've clinched. They could be the 1 seed. If they're not the 1, they want to be the 5, so they could go and play the NFC South winner, whether that's the Panthers or the Buccaneers, and have to go on the road, but that would be the best road if they have to do that. But obviously they want to win out so they can host and maybe even play the Super Bowl on their home field. But here's Brock Purdy about that.
He spoke to the team and just basically told us, obviously, congrats on making it to the playoffs, and it's not something we can just overlook. Like, it's pretty cool to do that, and so felt good about that. But obviously the next challenge is, like, we just win one game at a time and try to be the best that we can going into the playoffs. And obviously we know what's at stake with the first seed and all that, but we can't, get our minds wrapped around just that. Like, we have to go handle business and play a really good team in Chicago next week coming to our place. So we have to be locked in. We have to watch this film. We have to get better. So, but it was cool hearing Coach, sort of congratulate us, but also there's a lot of work to be done. So.
Yeah, unfinished, right? And we mentioned it yesterday. We'll reiterate it today with the win for the 49ers. They put more pressure. They did slide back into the 5th spot, technically ahead of the Rams. They win the tiebreaker of the Rams based on best win percentage in division games. So that's important. So you're thinking about, I think the way the Rams schedule ends, I don't envision the Rams losing any of the last 2 games. They play at the Falcons and host the Cardinals. So if you're the 49ers, you can't slip up. Right now, the Rams have the same amount of wins as you, but you've got the tiebreaker. So if the playoffs started today, the Niners would, in fact, go to Carolina to play the Panthers in the first round. But they are 1 game back of Seattle, and Seattle plays this week against the Carolina Panthers on the road. And then, of course, the Niners and Seahawks play after that. So Niners control their destiny. They play Chicago, an 11-win team, and then a 12-win team. And it kind of is getting them playoff ready. And I think the important thing for many reasons about trying to get the 1 seed, that bye. There's only 1 team that gets a bye. It's the 1 seed, and it just eliminates a chance at injury. You're going to cut out part of the NFC playoff field the week before, and coming home and playing every game at home is just such a distinct advantage, and that's what the Niners are playing for. As far as after the game yesterday, Kyle Shanahan preaching a lot of praise on his quarterback.
Yeah, he did awesome, man. Played really well. Got on him for a couple he missed, but it was pretty close to a perfect game, so he did a hell of a job.
Yeah, Kyle, he's got a good one. I know what he likes in Brock Purdy and where he's elite is his decision-making process, his processing, his reads. He's got a good arm. He's mobile. He's turned into a nice leader. He's got a really good demeanor in games. There's a lot to like about Brock Purdy, and he's getting better. I think Brock Purdy has improved, and while battling that toe injury this year, here's a little bit more from Kyle Shanahan.
I think he's playing pretty consistent how he's played. I think Brock's played at a pretty high level since he's gotten in this league, and I honestly think he's playing very well, but I think he's always played pretty good.
Yeah, career high 5 touchdowns yesterday for Brock Purdy. One more from Kyle Shanahan. We heard Brock Purdy talking about it. It was cool to hear Kyle Shanahan talk about the playoffs, congratulate us. But Kyle, a little different tone here with the media about just approaching it each week.
Last night was the first time I mentioned anything about that, just because we got in the playoffs last night. I told him all year I don't want to talk about that, and but last night we got in, so I was able to talk about that. And when you're in the playoffs, then you shift your goals next, and that's trying to make the playoffs the best situation we can possibly do. So we'd love to try to play a home game with Levi's, and the only way to do that was to win tonight versus the Colts, and we got that done, and now we got to luck to do that versus Chicago.
There's so many different ways and mindsets, and coaches probably will talk about different things they would prefer to have happen. But the fact that the Niners have to play this out, and really there's nobody in the NFC that can go, well, we're good. We don't have to really worry about this. I mean, Seattle's on top, but they have to keep winning because of the Rams, because of the Niners, because of the Bears. I mean, everybody's putting pressure on them. And so to get to where everybody wants to be, you have to play at your best level all the way through the end of the season. And so I don't see teams taking weeks off here. Nobody's safe. Even the Packers and Lions trying to get in. Tampa, Carolina, they're battling for division spots. This is good. This is good football. You've got the teams that have been eliminated. You're not worried about those. You're talking about the teams that are trying to secure the best possible seeding going into the postseason. And for us fans, it's going to leave us for 2 pretty good weeks of football for the last 2 weeks of the season. All right, for us, when we come back, last night in the NBA, it was a busy night of games that included tonight's opponent for the Sacramento Kings. Detroit was in action. They were in Portland, and they got win number 23. We'll go around the NBA with last night in the league. We'll do that next on Sactown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big deal guy at Folsom Lake Dodge. Vince!
Actually, this time of year, you can call me the Holiday Big Deal Guy.
The Holiday Big Deal Guy!
Because during the wrap-up the year sales event at Folsom Lake Dodge, you can save over $18,000 net savings off MSRP on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4.
I'll take it.
And for a stocking stuffer,
keys to a Jeep,
a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S. Right now, I've got one for only $36,995.
That's why they call you
The Big Deal Guy!
So over $18,000 off a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
And a Jeep Wrangler Sport for only $36,995. But you'll only find these big holiday deals at one place.
That's right, only one place.
At Folsom Lake Dodge!
In the Folsom Auto Mall.
But online at FolsomLakeDodge.com.
Ram includes 9873 dealer discount plus 8207 in national stackable and holiday bonus cash. Then SN 667196. Jeep includes 4250 dealer discount plus 12750 in bonus national retail loyalty and holiday cash. Must be current owner of FCA vehicle to qualify for loyalty bonus cash. Then SW 543907. See dealer details. Expires 1/2/26.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heating and Air. They're now upgrading what they do to include plumbing. They're bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. So they're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them all the time as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement. And now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free and give you that second opinion. And right now, they got a free furnace special with a full system installation up to $2,500 in rebates. All for a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Progressive knows road trips without your pet can be tough.
Hi, this is Next Stop Dog Boarding.
Hi, it's Scott again. How's Squeaks doing? You can tell if he's stressed by his eyebrows. Oh, and his breathing should sound like this.
Scott, Squeaks is exactly the same as last time you called.
Okay, let's talk in 20 to see if anything's changed.
With Progressive, your pet is covered up to $1,000 in vet bills in case of a car accident. So next time, you can take your pet with you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
You got the Ravens with a small chance. They got to try to catch the Steelers. AFC had a couple teams clinch with that last night. I think Jacksonville got in. The Chargers and Bills all got in with the loss by the Colts. So, interesting night of the NFL. We're going to get into the NBA in a moment, but let's check in with Mitch. Mitch, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jason, Chris. Thanks for taking my call. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you. You too.
Before I get to the football, I wanted to say I hope Sacramento. I hope the agents stay in Sacramento. Let's have the whole name. I mean, the Africans aren't that good. They're not. They shouldn't just be known. They're not Madonna, Cher, Bono. You know what I'm saying? These one names. Give the whole name. Put the Sacramento on the chest. It's. I like it. At least you know. It's like with USC Notre Dame. Can you put the names on the back of the jerseys? I think they make enough money they can afford to put names on the back of the jerseys. I mean, do I have to watch these games? Especially my USC. I have to have a scorecard with me. Anyway, it was a great game, best game of the year for the 49ers. I mean, I guess they were hurt to no end had they lost to Grandpa. I mean, it was almost like grandson against Grandpa. And who would believe that Daniel Jones would ruin the season for the Colts?
I know it. What a year he was having, too. I really feel for him. He had kind of just gave new life to his career, and then it just fell apart on him.
He can run.
Yeah, he can.
He can move when he has to.
Yeah.
He bowled some people over. Anyway, thanks for taking the call. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, I felt they showed Daniel Jones last night in the press box, and you just go, man, he really was having a dream season. That team was cooking on their way to a postseason berth, and then it's just fallen off a cliff for the Indianapolis Colts. All right, last night in the NBA, the Kings watched, I would assume, the action around the league because tonight they're going to be taking on the Detroit Pistons. Pistons won 110-102 in Portland. So a team the Kings have had trouble with here lately. Just to kind of recap who the Pistons put out there last night, they still start guys like Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, Asur Thompson, Cade Cunningham, and Jalen Duren. Duren's done some really nice things. It's a big team, too, with Paul Reed, Beef Stew off the bench, Karis LeVert, Jaden Ivey. But they're led really by what Cade Cunningham does on a consistent basis. Duren had a good game, 26-10. All five starters in double figures. This team's good on the road at 10-4. They're good overall at 23-6, and they truly are one of the great NBA turnaround stories over the last couple of years. A little bit later, we'll kind of do a deeper dive into that on if that's a path and a road that the Kings could try to replicate. Because again, Kings are trying to get better. We know that. And there's a lot of talk about, increase your odds, get the best lottery pick possible, and turn your franchise around that way. It's a way. It can help. And a lot of times you might need the boost of 2, 3, 4 picks in the lottery for a couple years. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But around the NBA last night, besides the Pistons getting a win, you had the Warriors who, to me, I think this is a team I'm going to keep my eye on for a lot of reasons because when they traded for Jimmy Butler last year, they obviously, one, were going for it, which I think made sense. Two, they were really good after the trade, and they looked like they could be a team that could win the finals. Remember Draymond Green at the All-Star game said, yeah, we're a team. I think we're going to get to the finals. Like, no, check that. We are going to get to the finals. I know they didn't. I'm not going to hold Draymond accountable for that per se and, blast him for that. But he felt like once they got Jimmy Butler, he knows as a champion what they felt like, what it looked like, and he thought they had that same kind of makeup. And, they got the first-round win over the Rockets, which was an upset. Before Steph got hurt against Minnesota, I don't know. They might have taken out the T-Wolves, and they might have made a run. But my point is that I just don't think they're going to be a team that's going to stand pat here. They've won the last couple of games to get to 15-15, but you can't miss an opportunity when you've got a guy as good as Steph Curry and as much winning as he's done for your organization.
Curry met by a double team and loses control of the ball. It's loose on the deck. Podziemski comes away with it to GP2. Back to Curry. Three-pointer. That's good. Do your dance, Steph. 80-75 as Curry, 5 straight to begin the second half. Drops it in from distance. Timeout Orlando.
Dork.
Is off the right of the rim, but Santos flies in for the offensive rebound. Bounces a pass out to Moody. Out high, Podziemski. He wants a three and knocks it down. Podziemski with an ambitious look, and he nails it.
So the Warriors win last night, 120-97. Good win over the Magic. Golden State now is 15-15 at the 30-game mark. Kings will play their 30th game tonight. I'm sure I'm going to keep my eye on that team because I know the Kings had desires and interest in Jonathan Kuminga. I'm sure they still do. That's a team that appears to be frustrated with him. So could they move him in some deal to help boost the Warriors? Like, what's the move? They just can't be a team that's, I don't know, finishes 6th, maybe wins a round, if not gets out in the first round. Like, that's not how Joe Lacob operates. That's not how they're constructed. Steve Kerr, like, their goal, I know, and every team's goal at some point is this, was to win a championship. But when you've won them, and you know what it takes, and you still have elements from your team that have done it, you add Jimmy Butler, you're being aggressive, and I think they're going to be an aggressive team come trade deadline. The Thunder win again. Unbelievable, 119-103. They are 26-3. SGA had a near triple-double in that game, and this team is just an absolute juggernaut, and it's going to be fun to watch as this continues. How many games are they actually going to win? They're still tracking to be one of the greats of all time in the regular season. They've lost a couple times here recently, but 26-3. And they've had a favorable schedule, but look, when you're that good, you're better than everybody. So we'll see them get some more good matchups coming up, including, I think it's tonight, if I'm not mistaken, that they play the Spurs. Let me double check on that one, because it's the second night of a back-to-back. Yeah, they're in San Antonio, and the Spurs are a team that knocked them out in the Cup with Victor Wembanyama. We all believe this could be a rivalry of the future, so that'll be a fun matchup tonight. Last night as well around the league, you had, in the West at least, you had the Nuggets beating the Jazz. That's no major surprise, 135-112. The Joker had a quiet triple-double, if there's such a thing, 14, 13, and 13. And then the team that I've been watching here lately, not that I expect any kind of major things from, but New Orleans won last night. And why I bring it up, this team had 3 wins and 22 losses at one point. Then they beat the Blazers, won at Chicago, they beat the Rockets, they beat the Pacers, and last night they beat the Dallas Mavericks. 119-113. New Orleans now has won 5 consecutive games. They only have 8 wins on the year, and they've won 5 games in a row. They continue to bring Zion off the bench. He scored 24 points, 9 boards, 3 assists in his 25 minutes. Jordan Poole's coming off the bench, and they're starting. I mean, they've just been tweaking things. They're starting Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Derek Queen, Sadiq Bey, and Jeremiah Fears. And their bench was great. Alvarado also off the bench. Kings fans know him all too well. And they're just continuing to play. And I don't know what kind of expectations they have, probably minimal. But sometimes you just got to keep going, keep churning through the games. And we all kind of get enamored with the very beginning of the year because that feels like that's a dictation of the whole season. You get off to a hot start, we're going to be a great team. Let's talk about the Colts this year. They got off to a hot start. Well, not the same kind of team as the season goes along. And in the NBA, when you play that many, teams get off to hotter starts. The Bulls, remember what Chicago was doing early on? They've completely looked like a different team. So you just keep playing the games, see what you learn about your roster, see what you learn about your players and your coaches. You make the decisions. Everything I always say is every game you play, every practice you have are all fact-finding missions for your personnel department to decide, all right, look at how hard this guy practices, or look at what this guy doesn't do in practice or in the games, or the results that you're getting, or under the lights, they're a different player. Okay, they're better as a starter. They're better in this combination. Maybe we need to play him more as a 4 than a 3 or a 5. And you always are trying to glean information. That's where some of the analytics come in, and they back up and support some of the things you're talking about. And so, the Kings, to me, like New Orleans or others, are just in that constant fact-finding mission stage to see what you can find with your team. So those were the games from around the league last night, and just a quick check of the top of the standings after the win last night. Detroit still in first in the Eastern Conference at 23-6, and that win percentage second in the NBA, only to Oklahoma City, and those Pistons here tonight. We'll preview that a little bit later in the show. All right, when we come back, we are planning on visiting with our resident QB, Sean Salisbury. We still have 4 down territory this hour. Also, who's hot, who's not, and we'll do a 3 in the key for the Kings and the Pistons, all coming up in the 8 o'clock hour right here on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let me tell you a little bit of something about Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law and his team down there in downtown Sacramento with all the years of experience, his effective work in the courtroom, and work with his clients. And he's someone that can help you. You go to saclegaldefense.com to find out more, or call him at 916-304-9187. Many areas of expertise, but if you're not sure if you need representation, these are areas where it can be trying times. Maybe you feel like you've been wrongfully terminated from your employment. Well, who do I call? What do I do? What's the right avenue? Ask those questions to someone like Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law. Maybe you've gone through a car accident situation. Maybe there's been a sexual harassment case. Maybe you need criminal defense, or an area with all of his years of experience that he's really specialized in, expungements. That's removing something from your record to help you kind of get your rights back on track. And so some of those things are keeping you from getting places you want to go and opportunities you have. Well, have that removed. Get that expungement. He can track down those past transgressions and have that removed from your record. So you got questions. He's got answers. Years of experience. He's local. He's one of us. He's been in our community a long, long time and is here to help. It's Jonathan Gonzalez, Gonzalez Law, saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today.
What will a Maverick do? 'Cause you're a Maverick too.
Give to get with no gimmicks. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply.
The clock is ticking. This holiday season, give the gift they'll really love. A new Honda from Northern California's best Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Happy Honda days are happening right now. Score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas, all at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
You ever notice how the other guys scream about massive discounts on their Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep Ram vehicles? Then you get to the fine print and boom, another $5,200 in mandatory ads. At Hoblet, we don't insult your intelligence. The price you see is the price you pay. No mystery add-ons, no bait and switch, no gotcha when you sit down to buy. Hoblet, family owned for 77 years. Transparency, straightforward pricing. Buy it right, buy it at Hoblet.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, we start the 8 o'clock hour here on our Christmas Eve show. Jason Ross, Christopher Lott hanging out here. Carmichael Dave will be back with us. He is off today, but we get a chance here to check in with our resident QB. He's our favorite, Sean Salisbury, joining us. Sean, it's Jason. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Jason. How are you? Merry Christmas to you, man.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Hopefully you got good holiday plans with family, friends, loved ones, and all that.
Always, you bet. Can't wait.
We debated today because we've all enamored on the Salisbury jalapeno cream corn. Does that come back again at Christmas?
No, it has, and it usually does with ham. And I don't think we're going to do it for Christmas this year. We've added a few different, recipes because different family. My son's a chef.
Yep.
So when he walks in, I just usually turn things over to him. But some tomahawk prime ribs, some fresh ham. Rolls, all the stuff that goes with it. And normally we would do jalapeno cream corn. Who knows? I may wake up that morning and decide that I got to do it. But it'll be a little bit of everything. But when my son walks in, I kind of just defer and say, do whatever you got to do. So it'll be a feast and it'll be a blast, man.
Christmas Eve greater than Christmas, or is Christmas better?
I probably get the excitement when you have kids, young kids, obviously waking up and seeing their reaction, or if people have grandkids, I think that's that's the poster child of, the excitement for kids. As your kids grow up, I think that the camaraderie the night before is fine, but I've never been to open all the presents the night before. Mm-hmm. The tradition in my family's always been, since I was a kid, open one the night before, do a bunch. Like tonight, we'll go out and look at all that. There's a couple areas around here that are spectacular with Christmas lights at it's almost like, Clark Griswold, but it's everybody's house. So we'll drive through that. And then tomorrow it'll just be sitting around having a few drinks and enjoying company and just family and the real parts of it. And then the excitement. But I probably like this as much as Christmas morning now because all the family's there and there's no putting toys together where there's a screw and a bolt left out for the next morning. But you don't get enough sleep, but that's okay because I'm excited. So either way, I love it. But I still think that just the excitement of waking up on Christmas morning. The difference is in Texas, it's going to be like 80 this year in Houston. So we don't get that. I like to wake up to a snow on Christmas, but then everybody else is complaining because they want it warm because they want to go do something else. So it's a blessing, man, and that blessing is that we get a chance to do some great stuff, and I love the Christmas and the real meaning of it, and I like to see people happy.
How about we've now learned more and more about you each and every week and every year. We know you love your Hallmark movies. What's the best Christmas? Doesn't have to be Hallmark, but your favorite Christmas movie?
3 of them. I mean, there's a lot of them. For me, there's It's a Wonderful Life is at the top of the list because of the meaning, and I'm a huge Jimmy Stewart fan. Miracle on 42nd Street? I think that's Well, I love that where he really is Santa Claus, and obviously Home Alone. I've probably honestly since Thanksgiving have watched it all 3 of them like 10 times already. So that is where I'm at with that as well. But those, and I know the Bruce Willis movie and all that, but those are the 3 that stick out to me. But It's a Wonderful Life because of the meaning, and it's still in good old black and white, which I like. I love old school movies.
And then Christmas song. Like, do you have a favorite Christmas song?
You know what? I'll tell you, every time I go to church and stuff around this time, I listen. Once Thanksgiving hits, I'm usually into listening to country Christmas or Christmas songs. I love "Oh Come All Ye Faithful."
Uh-huh.
I kind of like, and hearing, guys like Michael Bublé is obviously Mr. Christmas, but like when Christina Aguilera, old school, because she's such a soulful voice and stuff. I don't know. I like them all. A good Silent Night. I was listening to a Silent Night. I can't even remember who was singing it yesterday, but was listening on the radio, and I'm like, now what a version. And I like good harmonizing and good a cappella too. So I don't know if I have one because there's a lot. Hark the Herald gets me because the energy. But if you really want to get in your feels, when I hear somebody go with "Oh Come All You Faithful," that gets me. Which I'll start singing it in the shower, which nobody probably wants to hear. So there you go.
How about, Sean, over your years, if we go even back to college, certainly in the NFL, whether it's bowl games, NFL games, you ever have you played on Christmas? And if so, what's that like?
We did in a bowl game in Hawaii when I was at Southern Cal. We've had we've had games on Thanksgiving, but on Christmas. I like the fact that we're back seeing games on Christmas. It's kind of cool. I go back to years ago. It was like the longest game ever. I think it was Kansas City and maybe Miami on a field goal. But it was a great ball game. I'm talking about just watching on TV growing up. But I like having, even though it's an NBA day, I still like the NFL jumping in on Christmas and like last year and doing that. I like having that back. It was weird in Hawaii. We woke up on Christmas morning, and it's 90 degrees out. You're going to play a football game, and you're going down to breakfast. Being with your teammates is awesome. Your family, a lot of times, that's a long way to travel for all the kids and family for a lot of college kids that don't have enough money to get them there. So waking up with your teammates wearing your sweats headed to the stadium is weird, and breakfast, because you look outside and you think, I'm supposed to be on the beach, not on a day like this. See, it's weird. It's like you cross over a threshold when you get to Hawaii and you wake up. It's like, it's awesome to be here if you wanted to go there for a vacation and have a golf and summer type vacation. But in December in Hawaii, which is beautiful, but when you're there to play a football game, it's like, okay, am I supposed to, this is a business trip, but it's a bowl game, but dang, it's 80 degrees. So it's a weird feel. I guess we're getting a little bit of that in Texas because it's 80 degrees. But when you wake up in Hawaii to play a game on Christmas Day, it's kind of or let's see, the game, was it exactly Christmas Day? Well,
I think it was.
Sure it was. Yeah, it was. And I'm pretty sure that bowl game was when I was at SC. But waking up on Christmas Day is just a different feel, not complaining, but it's almost as if it's not Christmas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because of the weather and the surroundings. And you almost forget that it's a football game, too, because when you go to Hawaii, there's 2 things you have in mind. It's good vacation with beach, and you're supposed to be, and some golf if you want to do it. So it was weird, and that's why I always say during the regular season when teams have to go play at Hawaii, you really have to convince, because upsets in the making all the time, you really have to convince your players that we're here on a business trip. We're not here for fun. We can do that another time. So that's what made the Pro Bowl great, because it wasn't Christmas and guys were there to enjoy themselves. And even though the game wasn't much fun to watch, the surroundings and just people enjoying themselves was.
We're talking with Sean Salisbury here, as we do each and every Tuesday at 8 o'clock during the football season. Last night, Sean, the Niners needed to win. They got the win. Brock Purdy, as Kyle Shanahan said, played a near-perfect game. career-high 5 touchdowns. He's just getting better to me. He's always been good. His processing is elite. His arm's good. His mobility's good. I just think he's improving, and I think right now the Niners' chances to go far are going to be behind him in that offense. What did you see in him, and where do you think he can take this team?
Yeah, he can take them a long way, and I love the fact I've seen it with 2 teams in particular this year, and the Saints are actually, even though they're not in the hunt, the way Tyler Shook's playing is really impressive, and it's probably going to prevent them. And even Shedeur Sanders, it looks like he's getting better every week. So maybe Cleveland doesn't draft one either. They're just a bad football team, as are the Saints. As far as 2 good teams, what Davis Mills did for those 3 games to get them in position to have themselves in an opportunity, and Mac Jones leading to Brock Purdy. I love the fact that Brock Purdy, he plays like a first-round draft pick and was in being the last guy picked, and he never let that deter. It's hard, Jason, I'm just telling you, because you start to believe, and you can do it either way, the good and the bad, believe what people told you were, right? Their expectations instead of yours. And when you start to believe it, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. He didn't, meaning, oh, you're not going to make the team. And we know the story. But getting to this, and then when you're hurt and banged up and the guy behind you is playing good football, you got 2 choices. Stay focused and support him, or be insecure and be that type of teammate. And he obviously wasn't that type of teammate. He was the right teammate, but didn't lose focus, because it's easy when you're hurt and you're going to be out a minute, is to stay out of the playbook, lose kind of focus on the fact that it's still football season because you're not playing. And he didn't do that. He's playing fantastic football. Last night he was near perfect. Hell, if the defense doesn't give up some third down plays, and kudos to Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
The guts. It was fun to watch him. I mean, the arm strength isn't there, but he really has. He's competing just like he did when he played. But I think Brock is proven already, and I'm so tired of hearing people say they make it in spite of him. No team ever gets to the Super Bowl in spite of their quarterback. Now, I might get there in spite of a defensive tackle who was hurt part of the time, and the backup comes in and plays like a Pro Bowler. We saw that with the Chicago Bears back in '85 for anybody that was old enough to see it. They lost. They had 2 holdouts in training camp who were both starters, Todd Bell and defensive end. And they went on and won the Super Bowl that year with backups, and Dave Duerson, God rest his soul, was in the Pro Bowl. And so they went on to do it. So they could still do it. In this case, and that's not saying that the other positions aren't important, but the depth of them, and those guys are playing anyway, he's in as a backup. But quarterback, well, you can give me Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson's had a 4,000-yard season. If he turns it over 3 times in the Super Bowl, you ain't winning. So Brad played well. We've seen it happen. Trent Dilfer didn't turn the ball over efficient. It was the defense that dominated. But if he turns it over 2 times, they're not winning. So even in those situations, you don't have to be spectacular. You got to be good. Now, if you're spectacular and you play defense, well, then you're going to do what Brady did or what Mahomes has done. So I'm so tired of the narrative, and it still exists because he was the last pick of the draft. Had he been picked in the 2nd round, we'd be applauding him and saying, now this guy's great. People still want to think, well, the other shoe's going to fall off or what's going to happen because, well, experts miss. And the 49ers missed, as did 32 other teams for 6 rounds and 31 players. They just did. And Brock Purdy knew his game, his own expectations, and he went to work. So he did play flawless for the most part last night. He plays like that, and they stay healthy, and McCaffrey is involved in the run-pass game. I'm just telling you, they're dangerous. I know we talk Rams and Seahawks, but the 49ers are flat-out really good, and now that they've been there. So he's a big reason why they get there. And when he was hurt the year that they got beat in Philly, guess what? You saw, I thought you could win in spite of him, and you didn't. So Brock Purdy's a major part of this. He's not the most gifted player in the league, but you're right. The things you need to be gifted at or elite at, process, timing, accuracy, and the trust of your staff and teammates. Those are elite. The rest of the stuff is really good because you can't throw for 5 touchdowns being just a hack. So the 49ers are in good shape. He is a franchise quarterback. They're fortunate to have another guy that's a backup that can win for you as well. So big fan. And I know he went through a stretch where he just got to protect stay out of his weakness, and that's throwing late to windows that aren't open. Most of us have to stay out of that. He just isn't Josh Allen's arm, so he can't make up for that. But if he throws on time like he did and with accuracy like he does most of the time, the 49ers will be a dangerous out. Them in the NFC and the Chargers in the AFC are 2 teams we're really not talking a lot about Yet the Chargers are winning. Herbert's playing at a high level, and so is Purdy. Be careful on the West Coast of the playoff teams. Both of those teams are pretty damn dangerous in the postseason.
Sean, you played for so many different head coaches and maybe more specifically so many different coordinators. Every time you watch a game, and any true football person like yourself will talk about how good of a play caller and quarterback guru basically Kyle Shanahan is. Why? What is it about Shanahan that has made Purdy better, Mac Jones, anybody he's ever coached along the way? What does he do so well?
Yeah, we always, when they were losing, we say, well, it's Kyle on the hot seat. We fail to realize how much he wins, right? Well, number one is he's got good DNA. Pops wasn't half bad at coaching quarterbacks and coaching football. I think he does a great job of delegating. Good head coaches do that. You let your guys, you trust Robert Saleh. You trust your guys to do their job. If you can't, you should not hire them. But him individually, he's so dialed in, and there is a difference. You can be a great X's and O's teacher on the board, but the rhythm of not only just a head coach, but of a play caller, there's a difference. You can be a great X's and O's guy as a wide receiver coach and not have any rhythm and know how to – we've seen it. You can be a great linebacker coach, but if you got to call defenses, it's just a different egg. Kyle's been good at all of it, and he's gone every step with different coaches himself along the way that have taught him, and he's taken the good stuff from all of them. I'll tell you what makes him elite in this is he does one hell of a job of making sure they're multiple. He doesn't get caught into being a one-dimensional team. He understands how important McCaffrey in the run game is to and any team he's on, whether McCaffrey's there or any run game since he's been in San Mostert or any of them, to making sure it's a great complement to what you're trying to do offensively. But the main thing he does is he keeps his quarterback, for the most part, out of bad situations. He knows the strengths, and most of us do know our strengths. The hard part is admitting, staring it in the face, whether you're the quarterback, the offense, the player, the coach, what maybe your perceived or your weakness is. We all have them. And the key is to bring them closer to your strengths. Kyle Shanahan is a genius at making sure most of the time it all hits that you put that quarterback in position to be successful, whether it's John Elway with his dad or whether it's Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft. And now look, and everybody that rolls through there plays better football. Darnold, who wasn't a starter, says that was the springboard with Purdy in San Francisco that got him going in Minnesota. And now look at him in Seattle. So Kyle's a really good, and I'll tell you another thing I like. He's a no-frills guy. He's not an ass kisser. He's not going to tell you what you want to hear. He's the way you're supposed to evaluate, and I love it. Reminds me of the coach at Tulane. We're not any good. I mean, we're an average team about 4 weeks ago when he said it, and then they end up in the playoffs. We're an average team. We got to get better. And Kyle's like that. He's a come-to-Jesus realist. He really is. And I love that as a player because you're not sitting there every day wondering, well, I wonder how he feels. Whether it's good or bad. You just need to know where you stand. And I think he doesn't take pressure. He keeps them out of bad situations, but he also makes them understand how important and how good they got to play in this system and get the ball out to win. And I think that most of us appreciate somebody who lets you know where you stand. But he's very good at understanding situational football and making sure his team does too.
Talking with Sean Salisbury here. Sean, you mentioned Tulane. I do want to bounce quickly to college football as well. We're down to the last 8, but even before we get to that, we played a clip earlier of former Trojan Keyshawn Johnson, very adamant and outspoken about his frustration that USC-Notre Dame rivalry may be on hold here for a while. As a former Trojan, college football is chaos right now, but I'd love your opinion on where it is and maybe not having that game, which is such a huge part of the USC tradition.
It's an embarrassment. It's a complete embarrassment and a major indictment on college football and where we are. So, what's next? Army, Navy? They wouldn't do it because you know what? They understand the importance of it. And I'm a Trojan and a proud one. But shame on my school, shame on Notre Dame. And you know what? SC people are going to blame Notre Dame. They don't want to play us because late in the season, meaning SC, Notre Dame will say it about SC because, well, a loss and it affects their playoffs. There's a million different reasons. We're not sitting in the conference room. What's amazing is a bunch of grown-ups can't sit. The grown-ups always screw it up. Mm-hmm. They can't sit in a conference room and say, you know what, do you realize? And they'll always tell you it's about the fan. No, it's not. The fans never, and I mean never, get a seat at the table. And never a legitimate seat at the table where you're like, are you really thinking? No, you're thinking about money and you're thinking about your own stuff and how you can get paid and how you can make it and how you can make sure that your schools are taken care of without the people who spend all that season ticket money or follow you and then following you forever. And there's 100,000 people in Bolt every week watching them play. It's an embarrassment. I don't care whose fault it is. It was like when Texas and Texas A&M. And I can tell you that this is a bigger national rivalry, SC and Notre Dame. There's not 5 rivalries better. There just isn't in any sport. Yankees, Red Sox, Trojans, and Notre Dame, Army, Navy, Military Academy, Ohio State, Michigan. There's a handful of them, but it's in the team picture. And the fact that we couldn't get it done, knowing this date was coming, and we're going to put it on hold. They'll play BYU. Who are we going to schedule? I don't know. It is an absolute. It is the poster child for exactly why college football is headed in the wrong direction. We got great players. We got great people. We got great opportunities, great fans, great stadiums. And we're moving forward in the NIL to get players paid, but we've also taken a step back on the way we're doing it. This should never, ever, 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 ever have been in question. It's an embarrassment, and I am so frustrated. The fact my son gives me a message, Dad, I can't believe this, yesterday, because he's never been to the SC Notre Dame game. And I said, it's okay, because it would have been, we were going to plan a trip, and I want to make it special in South Bend.
Right.
And we've been to a bunch of SC games, but in South Bend, like I would tell anybody, even if you're not a member of either school, you got to go to that rivalry like you would, if you wanted to go watch LSU play a night game in Tiger Stadium. You got to go watch them if you're a football fan. Well, I said, son, it'll come back one way or the other. And this is almost to the point where the NC2A, if they had any guts at all, you step in and say, well, you don't get to play an extra game. That it's going to hurt you in the – you know what? Punish both schools. I don't know how you do it with laws and the rest of it, but the fact that we're having this conversation today is exactly what you need to know about where college football is and the greed of my school, their school, and all the power stuff that goes on. It's inexcusable that we're not playing each other until the end of time.
Yeah, it is. And then just an overall thought on the 12. I know a lot of people are upset about Tulane and James Madison being in, but one of these days, one of the little guys will get a win in there. But just your thoughts on how it's at 12, whether it needs to grow, shrink. How would you kind of police that?
I wouldn't give any conference champion. I wouldn't give automatic bids or anything. I'd pick the 12 best teams in the country every year. Every year. And then I would also give the FCS or the group of 5 a playoff for them, too. Listen, James Madison, great program. Tulane, great program. When North Texas was playing Tulane, wonderful programs. Great football players. Look at both James Madison and Tulane's coaches are going on to coach Power 4 schools.
Right.
And so with that, they know how to coach, and they're very good at it. But the truth is we didn't have the rules set up for it, and I'm all for it. But I know we got this, everybody get a trophy, the little guy, give him a chance. Listen, we didn't have the best 12 teams in. I don't know why it's so complicated. Well, antitrust laws, if you only make it for the Power 4, then you get a lawsuit saying, why can't we get in? I'm not saying you can't get in. If you're Central Florida and you go 12 or 13-0 and you beat 2 Power 4 and Power 5 at the time schools, then we'll vote you in. Give me 13 people that aren't affiliated as athletic directors in the Power 4. Let's vote on the best 12 teams and get it on. Let's get it on. I don't even really want bye weeks, and I know with 16, one should play just like the college basketball tournament. I just don't need 32 teams or 64 teams. So for me, it's just I think it is I love the effort. We know that. I love the guts of James Madison, Tulane. They're never going to win. A group of 5 will never win the national championship. Now, are we putting them in to win a playoff game? That can happen. James Madison can go beat somebody. So can Tulane. Tulane beat Duke. So they can beat a Power 4 team. But in ending here, I can just tell you that they're not going to win 4. Can you imagine playing Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, and Ole Miss back-to-back? Just attrition and size and depth is going to – they'll upset, but I want 12 teams that can win the national title, not 4. So to me, while I loved watching it, you knew what the result was going to be. We need the 12 best teams, and we still don't have them.
Well said, as always, Sean. We wish you nothing but the best. Hope you have a great Christmas filled with It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, all the good movies, good songs, good family, good food. Thank you. Our listeners, thank you as well, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
The feeling's mutual. You guys are awesome. Merry Christmas to you, too, and I appreciate you. Thanks.
All right, thank you. That is Sean Salisbury. joining us each and every week. We really appreciate him and his insight. When we come back, we still have to do some predictions for tonight. We have 3 in the key for Kings and Pistons, who's hot and who's not. But up next, 4 down territory, top 5, bottom 5 in the NFL. After another week of action, we've got that next.
Live and local. With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Paul George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heating and Air. They're now upgrading what they do to include plumbing. They're bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. So they're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them all the time as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement. And now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free and give you that second opinion. And right now, they got a free furnace special with a full system installation up to $2,500 in rebates. All for a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ Better Business Bureau. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
You drove the miles and your tires are done. Got to shop the best prices under the sun at Big O. Big O Tires.
Now through January 4th, get $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nitto, Toyo, or Nexen brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installations required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
So Pure Talk just had their best year ever and asked me if I'd like to thank their customers on their behalf for being so awesome. I said sure. It's important to say thanks, especially this time of year, which is why, as one of their many satisfied customers, I should probably thank Pure Talk first for keeping their customer service in this country and for providing hundreds of American jobs. I appreciate that. I also appreciate their Roundup program, which makes it easy to support America's Warrior Partnership and join the fight against veteran suicide. And I love that Pure Talk donated 1,000 hand-sewn Made in America flags to veterans around Independence Day. And of course, I really appreciate their generous support of my own foundation, MicroWorks, and their commitment to help us train the next generation of skilled workers. Having said all that, it's now my pleasure, on behalf of everyone at Pure Talk, to thank you sincerely for choosing to do business with an American wireless company that actually stands for something. And one more thing. Merry Christmas.
Guys, leave weight gain, low T, and ED in 2025. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering free full diagnostic panels. A $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big deal guy at Folsom Lake Dodge.
Vince! Actually, this time of year, you can call me the Holiday Big Deal Guy.
The Holiday Big Deal Guy!
Because during the wrap-up the year sales event at Folsom Lake Dodge, you can save over $18,000 net savings off MSRP on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4.
I'll take it.
And for a stocking stuffer,
keys to a Jeep,
a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S. Right now, I've got one for only $36,995.
That's why they call you
the Big Deal Guy.
So over $18,000 off a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab
and a Jeep Wrangler Sport for only $36,995. But you'll only find these big holiday deals at one place.
That's right, only one place.
At Folsom Lake Dodge.
In the Folsom Auto Mall.
And online at FolsomLakeDodge.com.
Ram includes 9873 dealer discount plus 8207 in national stackable and holiday bonus cash. Then SN 667196. Cheap includes 4250 dealer discount plus 12750 in bonus national retail loyalty and holiday cash. Must be current owner of FCA vehicle to qualify for loyalty bonus cash. Then SW 543907. See dealer details. Expires 1/2/26.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Our thanks again to Sean Salisbury. Anytime you miss anything on the show, you can go back to our YouTube page. You could go to our podcast page on SactownSports.com. Find out all the great material from all of our shows throughout the day. Listen when you want. Kind of an on-demand situation there for you. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, Carmichael Dave back with us in the new year, in 2026.
Can I say I enjoy listening to the alumni just call out their school?
Yeah.
Or
I know
going
he's like,
against the
shame on
referees.
Notre Dame, but shame on my
Yeah.
school. Yeah. I mean, Keyshawn's he was critical. Sean Salisbury was critical. It's
no secret. I said it before. It's about money.
Well, and it's a great part of the tradition, though. I mean, that to me is the charm of college football. And yeah, it's 100%. You're right, Chris. It's 100% a business. I'm just glad. I feel like enough people have now transitioned from the belief, like we're hearing less. Well, it's about the student athlete. It's not. It's not. I mean,
it wasn't before,
but now they're not even hiding from it. It's like they're getting paid, a lot of them, and they're doing fine. But it's about the school and the university making even more money, and that's what they're doing. And man, but taking out on some of these other opportunities and chances for other people. All right, let's do it. It is 4-down territory time. Chris, first down.
Name your top 5 teams in the NFL.
All right, well, this has shifted a little bit for me because for the first time in a while, my number one team has been moved out. I had the Denver Broncos there for a long time, but here we go. From 5 to 1, I am going to put the 49ers in there. I like the way they've been playing 5 in a row. They are going to go at number 5. At number 4 in my top 5, I'm going to go to the Chicago Bears, and that sets up a good matchup this week, 5 versus 4. All right, number 3, I'm going the New England Patriots. Number 2, the Denver Broncos. No longer number 1 on my list. And number 1, the Seattle Seahawks. Niners play 2 of those top 5, but I got 3 of them in the top 5, counting the Niners. So there we go. But there's a lot of other candidates. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams with double-figure wins. But those are my top 5 right now. All right, Chris, second down.
Name your bottom 5 teams in the NFL.
Man, the bottom 5, the worst teams. Well, I'm still putting the Jets in there as my 5th worst team. My 4th worst team, the Arizona Cardinals have now made an appearance in there for me. They haven't been there in a while, but they're struggling. I think they've lost 6 or 7 in a row. The Titans, the 3rd worst team. The Giants, the 2nd worst team. And the Raiders, a couple weeks in a row here. Though they played much better. I was happy for them, the way Genti played, the way he looked. He's actually starting to accrue some numbers here as the year's gone along. And with another good draft and some good offseason moves, I thought I had higher expectations for the Raiders. I did not think they'd be a 2-win team. But now at this point, don't try to win any of the last couple games. Still one of the weirder wins of the year, the opener on the road in New England. The Raiders got him. All right, 3rd down.
The Vikings and Commanders both made the playoffs last season, and both will miss this season. Which one is the bigger surprise?
I think it's honestly the Vikings. I wasn't exactly sure about, about the Commanders last year, and I know Jaden Daniels had an incredible year, and that's why I can go back to when we were ranking quarterbacks at the beginning of the season before the NFL season started. I saw a bunch of people had Jaden Daniels near the top. And I said, look, you got to be careful. It's a little bit like C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud had an amazing rookie year, had a drop-off in the second year. To me, you need to do it for multiple years. He had incredible – that's the only evaluation point we had on Jaden Daniels. But his second year certainly has been dramatically different. Hasn't been healthy, hasn't looked as good. Neither has the team. But so I was wondering if that was fool's gold a little bit with the Commanders, and it appeared to be. The Vikings, though, they won so many games. I think they're so well coached. I think the quarterback change is really what did a lot of them in. So I would say they are more of the surprise. Their division is probably more difficult than the Commanders, but of the two, that is the bigger surprise for me. All right, 4th down.
Last season, the Chiefs and Lions were the number 1 seeds. The Chiefs are out, and the Lions need a lot of help to make it. Which one is the bigger surprise?
It's the Chiefs for me. I mean, they're just a staple in the playoffs, and they didn't have to be the 1 seed. But oh my God, the Chiefs will make it. They always make it. They're too well coached. They've got a great coach, quarterback, defensive coordinator, combo. Like, there's a lot to like. Kelsey's still there. A lot of the guys that have been in the Super Bowl or winning Super Bowls are there. And the one thing about last year to this year, they won all those close games last year. All those one-score games they won. And a lot of those did not go their way this year. And then now with the injuries and just they're falling apart. They're falling off that proverbial cliff here at the end that we talk about. What are they, 6-9? Yeah. Totally surprised. The Lions still aren't out yet either. And they've got a good roster. They've got an aggressive coach. And we'll see what they ultimately do. But of those two, from going from 1 seed to potentially both being out, to me, it's the Chiefs are the bigger surprise. All right, that is 4 Down territory. 916-339-1140 is the text line, also the phone line. And if you'd like to chime in on our YouTube chat, feel free to do so. We got a lot of people checking in there. Text line, where was this? Jason and Chris, I'm in 4 fantasy football leagues. I'm in 3 championship games. That's JR from the Bay Area. Way to go, JR.
Not quite as good as me.
Oh, how so? Explain.
Because he's in 4 and he's in 3 championships.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I'm in 2.
Yeah.
But I'm in 2 championships.
Oh, so you're Mr. Perfect?
I'm 100%.
He's 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but good luck.
You know, JR, good job. Do your thing. But not as good as Chris. Speaking of JR, that's JR on the text line. Some people call me JR. But the person we really call JR is this JR.
Is JR.
Hi, JR.
I'm from the Bay Area. Who is this imposter, JR, from the Bay Area?
They all want to be you, and we all hope to see you tonight. Are you going to end up on the big screen?
I'm going to try, and my wife's not going to like it, but I'm going to try.
She's not going to like it because you're going to try and lift her up for Simba Cam, right?
Oh, yeah.
That is it. Above my head. We used to be able to pull off that dirty dancing routine, but
She can't lift you anymore?
She can't lift me anymore.
Yeah.
I put on the pounds. Festivus for the rest of us.
That's right.
Put up the pole. Hey, I have my college football team, who I played for, hasn't lost a game since 1996.
Man, they have been. Nobody talks about them anymore in football.
No. I mean, the SSU was a powerhouse, and they just kind of have forgotten about how incredibly strong we were as a organization and a program. So
did they retire your jersey?
They did, because I took it with me when I left. So they didn't have enough money in the program to replace jerseys. Probably why they stopped having a program. They don't even have any sports over there anymore. You know that, right?
I know. It's sad.
It is kind of sad. Hey, but I did. Hey, talking about going to the game tonight, I just put in for my tickets to watch the Bears and Niners.
Oh, there you
go.
go.
To that one. Oh, I'm excited about that. My Purdy. How did he look last night?
Incredible.
How did Mr. Purdy? He did, and he had a little sniffy nose, but he didn't let it bug him.
He's a bat. He played through it.
He did. He's a great story.
He played through the sniffles.
Story.
Yeah. I thought he looked great, JR. It was one of it. I mean, the interception, I didn't even put that on him. Catch that ball. I thought his reads were great, career high in touchdowns. I thought he looked awesome.
I don't know why they were still throwing, too. That's typical Kyle.
Yeah.
Dude, just run it out. We got this. I will say, too, Old Man River, when they kept saying he has a grandkid in the freaking box, I'm like, oh, my God. I wouldn't be able to move. I wouldn't be able to move for like 3 months after that.
I know. He could tell.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you could tell. And thank you, Jared. You could tell he couldn't throw as well anymore. Like, he would get the ball out quickly, and that thing would flutter and not have a lot of zip on it at times. But good for him for still playing.
Yeah, there would be times where it's just like, oh, man, he's got some really good passes here. And then, like, the next one is 10 yards behind the receiver.
It's just like, it looks slow. Like, I mean, there's guys with cannons of an arm. He used to have a really big arm, but you look at it and you go, I mean, he could still do it. It's not like he shouldn't be playing, but some of those throws I went, ooh, you throw a change up there, Phillip? All right, JR. Hopefully we'll see JR tonight out at the game. I have seen him in the wild a couple times. It's a little scary, a little exhilarating. I love it. Hopefully we see you tonight, JR. Thank you for checking in. All right, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140 if you'd like to check in on the text line, phone lines, also on our YouTube chat. We appreciate you guys being there. While you're there, hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. We Truly, truly appreciate that. All right, when we come back, we've got Who's Hot, we've got Who's Not, and we got some prediction for tonight's game, the 3 in the key for the Kings and the Pistons. We'll do that next.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 skills-based degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start January 7th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and Timber Creek Golf Course want to let you know is your official holiday golf headquarters. Right now, they've got an unreal deal going. Buy 2, get 1 free. These are 12 packs of Srixon golf balls. Srixon has been turning heads all year. I've been using these balls. And, yeah, for the record, my pseudo hole-in-one back in September came off a Srixon tee shot, and people aren't letting me forget it, that's for sure. Listen, these balls will not make you a scratch golfer, but for somebody like me, it makes the ball go more in the direction I want it to go in, and that means quite a bit. So whether you're shopping for the golfer in your life or, let's be honest, you're buying for yourself, hey, stock up now. When you're at Timber Creek, grab a gift certificate for lessons to dial in your game for next season. Whether you're fixing a slice or adding distance, improvement doesn't stop for winter. You got your holiday shopping solved. Srixon, buy 2, get 1 free at Timber Creek Golf Course. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Business moves fast, and so do we. At Bank of Marin, we team up with businesses in the greater Sacramento area to help you drive the lane and score big. With dedicated relationship bankers and local decision-making, we help you move quickly, whether you're upgrading equipment, buying your next building, streamlining cash flow, or fueling growth. From expansion to investment, we're ready to help you win. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
The holidays can be a time of increased stress for those struggling with opioid or stimulant addiction. They can also be a time for pause, reflection, opportunity, and new beginnings. This holiday season, choose treatment and recovery, embrace the company of family and friends, and create special moments. Find a proven opioid or stimulant addiction treatment provider near you at choosechangeca.org.
California's largest sportsman's expo is back, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. We've got more tackle. Grab deep discounts on a huge selection of fishing gear, apparel, and accessories at the giant Fisherman's Warehouse booth. NorCal's largest gathering for anglers, hunters, and off-roading enthusiasts. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. More info at sportsexpos.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year because the season of Toyotathon is on with incredible deals you don't want to miss. For Toyotathon, get low 1.99% financing plus $1,000 finance cash on the 2025 Tacoma. Or get low 2.99% financing plus $1,000 finance cash on the 2026 Tundra. Hurry because Toyotathon ends January 5th. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Finance cash must be applied to transaction.
You're going to do a Neil Diamond show? A Neil Diamond experience from Focus Features.
Are you ready to sing? We care.
critics and audiences are raving, Song Sung Blue is fantastically entertaining.
It's good. So good.
With powerhouse performances from Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson.
Tell me I'm doing the right thing.
You are.
Based on a triumphant true story about never giving up on your dreams.
Sold out shows.
We're sold out? Song Sung Blue, rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. Only in theaters this Thursday.
What's hot, what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Home Pros. Making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergy.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, Chris. It is Chris, right?
Some might say.
I say. Who is hot?
Brock Purdy.
Brock.
In the Niners' 48-27 win over the Colts last night, he was 25 of 34, threw for 295 yards and 5 touchdowns. That is the most by a San Francisco 49er quarterback on Monday Night Football.
Ever?
Ever.
Would you like to hear one of those touchdowns?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
How about number 4?
3rd down and goal. Ball's at the 3-yard line. Purdy in the shotgun, takes the snap, wants to throw. Throws out to the near pylon. Up high! And it's snagged by Jennings with his fingertips. Juwan Jennings with the touchdown for the 49ers.
That was his 4th. How about his 5th?
Shanahan used his challenge earlier, so they snapped the ball on 3rd down. Now he throws to the near pylon, and it's caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown.
How about that? Big day for Brock. Yeah, I would say he was hot. It was good to hear Sean Salisbury's perspective on the play of Brock Purdy. So if he's hot, Chris, who is not so hot?
Thomas Morstead.
I know where you're going with this.
The punter of the 49ers, he didn't punt last night. He didn't punt the week before. That's because Thomas Morstead hasn't made a punt since November 30th.
Real question is, does he have the best job?
Oh, that's a great job. I said if I could be any position on the field, it would be punter.
Holder?
Oh, no way.
Why?
Too much pressure.
There's pressure as a punter, but less.
Like if you're down by 4, you're not punting.
Also, I'm trying to think of the worst thing that you could do in each game. The holder could obviously botch not catch the snap, not put the ball down right. A punter, like even a shank punt, just a bad punt, a whiff on a punt. I don't know. It feels like there's a little more grace to a punter.
Yes.
Given than, oh, how did you miss that 59-yard field goal in the wind? I'm like, did you hear what you just said?
Like, how often has a punter blown the game?
Right. And maybe they literally did, but I don't think anybody ever blames the punter. That's actually a pretty good spot. I would say long snapper, but they could get targeted and
they throw it over someone's head.
And they get hit a little bit. Like a punter generally doesn't get hit that much. And imagine Thomas Morstead last couple weeks.
Long snapper, that's what Bill Belichick says it's one of the most important positions on the field.
Lonnie Paxton, Stingers up, Sac State. He was the pride and joy of Bill Belichick's Patriots Super Bowl winning teams. How about Morstead? He's just going on these road trips, eating the food, hanging out with the team, staying in a nice hotel, prime travel. Oh yeah, I'll warm up. I'll go to practice. A lot of times in practice, you're ignored too. What do? I'm an NFL player. Really? What? I'm a punter. What'd you do last game?
Nothing.
Watched. Well, how about the game before?
Nothing.
Same. All right. The game before that. Watched. Look for me on TV. They actually showed him. Did you see when they showed him last night?
Yeah.
It was like an isolation.
Yeah.
He was just pretending to drop the ball like he would punt. Yeah, it's a good spot to be. So that's who's hot. That's who's not. Chris, let's say we do a little predictions for tonight's 3 in the Key for Kings and the Detroit basketball. All right, it's just me and you. It's just me and you, kid. Kings leading scorer tonight. I am going to go with, it's going to be a Keegan night. Keegan Murray, 26.
I am going to say DeRozan, 24.
Okay. Next category, we're going back to a trusty, old reliable. We're asking for the first King to score to open the game and the last King to score. Since I'm going Murray, I'm going to go Murray as my first King to score. The last King to score tonight is going to be Westbrook.
DeRozan and DeRozan.
You got a lot of DeMar DeRozan. And then lastly, we're looking for a random stat. He's been getting these a little more regularly. I don't know how random this is, but I'm going with the rookie. Reno, double.
I am going to say that Keegan's getting back in the blocking game with 3 at least tonight.
3 or more blocks. Hey, guys, I'm in the blocking game. 3 or more blocks for Keegan. There you go. We're going to have a little bit more of a deep dive into the Kings comparison to these Detroit Pistons coming up here at 9 o'clock, because Detroit, it's another comp. Like, can the Kings replicate what Detroit has been doing here this season? We had a text here earlier that I want to try to find. Oh, yeah, from Kingstown 85. Question for J. Ross or Chris. If our only option in moving Levine is breaking his contract up to, say, 3 smaller contracts, would you rather do that or just wait for his contract to expire? Obviously, terrible answer here, but depends. Depends on what those contracts are, what they're getting back. I think everything the Kings should be doing going forward is either getting expiring contracts, getting young players that you believe you can develop, or draft picks in return. I don't think they should do any shortcuts here and thinking, let's just use Levine as your example, and not necessarily breaking it up into 3 smaller contracts. But if you were trading Levine to free up a logjam at guard, but you tried to get another forward today that you think is going to help them right now and in a pursuit of the 10 spot, no, not interested in that. I think if you make trades and you get better as a byproduct of it, but under the criteria that I gave you, where you're getting younger, more financially free in contracts-wise, and future draft picks, but you got better just because you added by subtracting, that's okay. Because the goal still is to get better as a team, and it may not be this year, it may be in years to come, but at some point, they've got to get better. So, and like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there that want them to lose as many games as possible. I'm still not in that exact position today, and I know we're going to talk a little bit more about this at 9, but I'll bring it up here before we get there, because there was news today, or at least reported by Shams, that one of the things the NBA is very, very obviously concerned about, and has been a point of emphasis for a while, is about players playing and getting as many games as possible, and that they can. They don't like people resting, and they also don't like teams tanking. So to try to find ways to get players to play as many games as possible, they put that 65-game limit to be available for postseason awards. The other thing is the NBA and its stakeholders have started talks to finding new solutions to prevent tanking, and the league proposed multiple ideas. Here's some of the ideas they proposed in their brainstorming. Limiting pick protections to either top 4 or 14 and higher. No longer allowing a team to draft in the top 4 2 years in a row. And locking lottery positions after March 1st. I already think the league has done a really good job of making it more difficult to lose, or less rewarding, let's say. Because if it was the NFL and you knew Victor Wembanyama was out there, then I would tell you it would make 100% sense for the Kings to lose as many games as possible. If that's the guy they were targeting, if that's the player they wanted, and it behooved them to lose every game so they could get him, you deal with it for 1 year and then hope he develops into the player you think he can be. This year specifically, I don't know that there's a player that's isolated by himself as the number one pick that you want. I think there's a couple good choices at the top of the draft lottery. You hope you're there. You hope you make the right choice when you get there. But there's going to be a lot of teams competing for some of those bottom spots. And if we talk about it now, realistically, I think Charlotte will be a team with 9 wins now, Brooklyn with 8. Indiana's only got 6, Washington with 5. And in the West, you probably have Utah to think about with 10 wins. The Pelicans, we mentioned them earlier, winners of 5 in a row, but just 8 wins overall, the Clippers and the Kings. Now, the Clippers, we know their pick scarily goes to Oklahoma City, but yeah. So I think the league is very conscious of that. Look, I think the league is so hyper-focused right now on anything that might taint the game, and because you've got a gambling scandal that's out there, whether it's with Terry Rozier, whatever Chauncey Billups is for him, if that's something that's completely removed from the league, but he's a league figure, trying to get, players to not go through a resting period, teams not tanking. They are worried about every game having its importance. And I think, by introducing the cup, they're trying to make more regular season games meaningful. And for certain teams, it is all the time, like a team like OKC that's chasing league records, but they're trying to get it into a spot where everybody's trying to compete as genuinely as possible. So good for the league to try that. We'll see how it ultimately takes shape and what the stakeholders kind of agree to as far as any kind of rule changes on that going forward. All right, tonight, the Kings will be in action against the Detroit Pistons. We'll talk more about this matchup. And Detroit, what an overhaul. They have turned it around from being one of the worst teams we've seen in league history to now the top of the East. How do they do it? Can the Kings try to duplicate that formula? We'll explain that next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for Hoblet's Wrap the Year Up sales event?
This time of year is all about hauling the family around, and there's no better way to do it than in a brand new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's one of America's favorite SUVs for a reason, and right now you can save up to $10,500 off MSRP and no payments for 90 days. That means no payments until March of next year.
Oh yeah, that's the one with all that extra space. Even more important this time of year.
They really are a treat to drive, and everyone I know who's driven a Jeep Grand Cherokee has loved it. Don't miss your chance to get one and save at Hoblet.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$10,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited after $5,000 factory rebates and $5,500 dealer discount. Rebates include $2,000 SFS bonus cash. Must finance through Stellantis. $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders. 3 this net savings. Sample VIN 746799. See dealer for details.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. The winter months bring joy, but also with more rain and snow, unfortunately, more accidents. Over the last quarter century, thousands of Northern California residents have looked to Ashton & Price to be their Rudolph with a law license to guide them through the storm of an injury claim. As always, we wish you and your family the safest and happiest of holidays. But if you need us, at Ashton & Price, we're here for you. So whether you've been naughty or nice, happiest holidays from Ashton & Price.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Year-end pricing's in effect. Every vehicle's priced to sell before the new year during Happy Honda Days. At Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Get behind the wheel of your new Accord or Civic today. Own or lease during Happy Honda Days at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Who has the largest selection of golf merchandise in Northern California?
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. It's the go-to store for golf bags, apparel, equipment, lessons, club fittings, novelty items, and more. With their low price guarantee, complimentary gift boxes, and gift cards for your golfer, it's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Add convenient online shopping and effortless after-Christmas return policy, and you'll see why the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yep. The Detroit Pistons are in town tonight to take on your Sacramento Kings, the final game before Christmas for the Kings. Detroit's second night of a back-to-back. They were victorious last night in Portland, and the turnaround is, this here's real. What they've been able to do is truly amazing. It really is, and when we look at teams around the league that the Sacramento Kings could hopefully try to emulate, and Detroit would be a team I would put on the list, but I want to kind of go through what Detroit has gone through, and can this be a pattern that Sacramento can follow? So I think we first need to set up the stage of how the Pistons, how far they had fallen, and how long ago it was, which my point being it wasn't that long ago. I'm looking back at the Detroit Pistons in the 2023-2024 season. They started the year 2-1. So imagine that year after beating Chicago right before Halloween with a 118-102 win. They had lost to Miami, beat Charlotte, beat Chicago. They're thinking, all right, new season, new hope. We're 2-1. What can we become? What kind of team can we be? And if I go 1 year ahead of that, let me try to remember what the Pistons record was in 22-23. A 17-win team. So they weren't very good. But the very next year, it's like, all right, we went through our lumps. What are we going to be like this year? And like I said, they started 2-1. And a loss, and a loss, and a loss, and a loss. I'm not going to go through them all because 2-1 went to 2-29. 2-29. An NBA record, 28 consecutive losses. This is 2 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago. They were 2-29. Got a win. Oh, good. Then lost 7 in a row, including a loss in there to the Sacramento Kings. They were 3-36. Got a win. Lose some more, 4-39. Won 2 out of 3. Okay. Lost 3 more, won 2. Anyway, by the end of the year, they found themselves 14-68. Not the worst record ever in the league, but the 28-game losing streak was the worst. And Detroit came to Sacramento that year, just having a miserable season. And on February 7th, paid a trip to Sacramento with a record of 6 wins and 43 losses. And did this.
Monk has the rebound, and he races up the right side. No time to hesitate. Shovels a pass intended for Fox. Missed the target. Turnover. Turn out the lights. This ball game is over. 129-118. Well, 20 seconds to go. You can hear the frustration being voiced by Sacramento Kings fans, those that are still left in the building. Just a terrific win from Detroit's standpoint. You have to credit Monty Williams and their crew. They came in and they did a job. They took their first lead at 61-60 late in the second quarter, pushed that lead to 7 points at halftime, built it to 15, only to lose it, and then they come back and they end up winning 133-120. There will be no beam lighting in Sacramento tonight.
Again, this was February of 2024. Less than 2 years ago, Detroit's win in Sacramento put them 7-43. The Kings' loss dropped them to 29-21. So they were 50 games in for each side. Right now, Sacramento is near the bottom of the league. Detroit's second best record in the NBA in less than 2 years. We all know that last year, these two teams played in Sacramento. And that scenario was the start of another troubling thing for the Sacramento Kings because the Kings were going through it at the time. Detroit was better last year for sure. Sacramento was struggling, going through their own personal demons, had losses and losses and losses, but they were in a spot where the Kings were basically going to win to end a losing streak, and then this happened.
Cunningham calmly adjusting, tucking in his jersey here. Scott Foster admonishing Keegan Murray to give him the allotted space. Ball is handed out to Cunningham, and here we go. Ball game on the line. Kings up 3. Inbounds pass goes to Hardaway Jr. He's crowded by Keon Ellis. Gives it back to Beasley. He stops. He can't get the shot. Drops it off in the corner. 3 on the way. It's good by Ivy, and he was fouled. Oh, my goodness. This is unbelievable. So the ball about to be surrendered, and it is now to Ivy. So here it is, 3.1 to go. Detroit has come all the way back, looking for the lead. And they have it on the free throw from Ivy. 3.1 seconds for the Kings to respond. Now trailing 114-113. Fox with the inbound to Lyles. Back to Fox. Here's a 55-foot heave that's off target as the horn sounds. And the Sacramento Kings, for the first time in nearly 3 years, have lost 5 consecutive games. And once again, it's a failure at crunch time. A loss that puts the Kings at 3-11 in games decided by 5 points or less. They puts them at 2-6 in games decided by 3 points or less. And the Detroit Pistons have now crawled to within 3 of 500, winning the 4th game in the last 5. This one at the expense of the Kings.
So those are the last 2 years that Detroit has come into Sacramento. They've won both. They were in different spots. Detroit was awful 2 years ago. Kings were pretty good. Detroit won. Last year, you could just kind of see it's now transitioning. Both were about the same record coming into that game, close to it. Detroit got the win to go to 14-17, as G-Man mentioned. Kings lost to drop to 13-18. That was the losing streak. That was the last game Mike Brown coached this team. De'Aaron Fox had that critical foul. Ivy hits the 3 and the free throw. Kings lose a game they should have never lost, and it just started the unraveling of the entirety of last season. So that's the last 2 times Detroit has come in to Sacramento. And now you come to tonight's action, where the Detroit Pistons and Sacramento Kings are in completely different ends of the spectrum. Detroit's second best record in the NBA. They also opened the season with a loss. They started the season 2-2, and then boom, they ripped off 13 consecutive wins, which tied their franchise, broke their franchise record. And now they just continue to win at a regular rate. They've only lost 2 games in a row once. They won last night. They are 23-6. And Sacramento, basically almost the exact opposite at 7-22. So it's really interesting how quickly in this league things can change. So what has changed for Detroit? What has been the trigger for the turnaround? They did get a number 1 pick. That was Cade Cunningham, but that was also a few years ago. And Cade Cunningham was a part of that team that set the record for most losses in a row. That was on that awful team. He's had some injuries. He's had some health. He's been an all-star. He's played well. Now he's playing at an elite level. So kind of that thought process of those that want a high lottery pick, I would say Cade Cunningham would check that box as a number one pick. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't the, hey, you got LeBron, you're immediately good. You got Victor Wembanyama, you're immediately going to be a difference maker. Cade Cunningham's a really good player. He's a really good balance to his game. And they've also changed coaches since the Monty Williams highlight we heard there. Now it's J.B. Bickerstaff the last 2 seasons. And they have found a recipe with him as a coach and players that they drafted in multiple lottery scenarios that they have decided to develop. And what the route that Detroit has taken is many bites at the apple of the lottery picks. They have the number one pick in Cade Cunningham, who's playing at the elite level. Ausar Thompson has helped them as a starter, rotational player over the last 2 seasons. Jalen Duren has really developed, also a lottery pick. And Jay Ivey had the horrific injury, but he is back and getting them production. So they've had a young core that they have decided to build upon, but they quickly identified that group, and they said, this is what we're keeping together. And now, in the meantime, while they got better last year, they added some veterans this offseason in Duncan Robinson, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert to help them. But what it's been about has been player development. Ausar Thompson has gotten better. Jalen Duren has gotten better. Cade Cunningham has gotten better. And Jay Ivey's done good things. He was another high lottery picked right after Keegan Murray. But he's had to go through injuries and work on getting improvement. So is this a team that the Kings can replicate their formula? Well, if so, it wouldn't happen with this year's draft or maybe even next year's draft or the year. I mean, they did this in 4 or 5 year stretches of drafting in the lottery. And that's kind of been the thought when people want this team to lose games, which that's fine, and get a great lottery pick and increase their chances of getting better. I think it can, but a lot of times I think if you look at the best teams in the NBA, there isn't one exact formula that got these teams better. I think when you look at it across the board, I'll take the top 3 teams, let's just say, in each conference. I'm not going to do a full dive into every team, but we started with Detroit, and their, I say, true fortune has been picking number 1 in Cade Cunningham. But just Cade Cunningham on this roster isn't enough and wasn't enough. He was there before. He's gotten better. He's developed. The 4 ways you get better: draft, trades, free agency, and player development. They kind of got 2 in 1 there by drafting Cade Cunningham, but he got better. They developed him. They developed Ausar Thompson. They have developed Jalen Duren. So these are lottery picks that they've had to do. And Jay Ivey, 4 years in a row of picking in the lottery. You look at the New York Knicks. They identified some players that they thought would help. They just basically did this via the trades. I mean, their key players, Karl Anthony Towns, traded for. Brunson, traded for. Bridges, traded for. OG Anunoby, traded for. Okay, they did it a completely different route. Boston, there's kind of a mix and match, but where did they really get better? 2 lottery picks that transformed their team, and that was Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Now, that was 3rd and I think 6th, 3rd and 5th, something like that, or maybe 3rd and 4th when those guys were picked, but also made some good trades along the way and helped develop their team. Oklahoma City Thunder, they've had lottery picks, but the real difference maker has been having an asset like Paul George, trading him to a team that gave you draft picks, but also SGA, who developed into a player that the Clippers never thought he would become as good as he is. The second seed in the West is the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama has changed their fortunes, trading for Fox, drafting in the lottery. They've been a lottery team and drafting, but Wembanyama has been the game changer. And then the Denver Nuggets are a little bit different, where their best player they developed that came from the second round. That's incredibly rare. And they've got a 3-time MVP that they drafted in round 2. So I think all that being said, Detroit could be a team you try to replicate and and copy. But what Detroit did was they identified truly their young core players that they wanted to go forward from. I think the Kings have some young core players that they like. I would say Keegan Murray would be the one that's the most definite at this point. And nobody's off limits. They could trade all these guys if you get the right deal. But based on what Scott Perry did when he got here, how he extended Keegan Murray, how they're utilizing Keegan Murray, you could tell he is a key part of their future at the moment. But I'll continue to say, if you look at Denver, San Antonio, OKC, Boston, New York, and Detroit, they all have at least an all-star, if not two. And I think the Kings need to get back into that where they found a young, rising star. This team needs that. They do. They absolutely need that. They felt that when they got a guy like Fox and they drafted him. We felt that when they drafted a guy like DeMarcus Cousins. I think at times we felt like when they drafted Tyreek Evans. And he was going down that road, and then we talk about player development, consistency, staying at the highest level of your game. Tyreek Evans didn't stay at that high level his entirety of his career, and certainly his entirety of time in Sacramento. He was very good, but he was trending to be like an all-star. Okay, how good of a player is he going to be? And that just never materialized. So there is a lot of work to be done for the Kings. And Detroit, I think right now, the other thing that they are truly benefiting on, they have done this in the steps that they have felt has best matched their personnel. They also need to take advantage, to me, this year of what is in front of them. And what's in front of them is a Boston team that doesn't have Tatum, an Indiana team that was in the finals last year that doesn't have Tyrese Halliburton, Milwaukee, which has been generally one of the teams to really worry about in the East, has had Giannis in and out of the lineup, and even while he's there, they're, 6-7 games under 500. So Detroit has a window here. I think New York has a window here. And, Cleveland's not making the most of it. Orlando's not making the most of it as we speak. Still a lot of season, though, left to go. So it's an interesting pivot point where the Kings were last year. This Detroit game was it. It was it. That foul that we played from Fox on Ivy, the 3-point play, or the 4-point play that cost them the game, ended up being the last game that Mike Brown ever coached, and De'Aaron Fox wouldn't be around for much longer after that. So it's kind of odd that Detroit is here. It's roughly the same time as last year. That game last year was the day after Christmas. This time it's a couple days before. And Sacramento and Detroit in two completely different spots. All right, we got more on that coming up. Let's check in on the phone lines, though, and say good morning to Steven. Steven, good morning.
Good morning, my friends. How are you?
Doing great. How about you? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. So I wanted to share a crazy little half hour that I had yesterday. I'm not going to throw out the establishments, but I went to a local store off of Broadway, ran into Mark S. Allen, okay, local legend, all right? And then I get to my apartment. I go down to another grocery store right down the street from me, and who comes walking around the corner? Old basketball Jesus himself, man, Brad Miller.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, what? What is this? What kind of a day is this? So, I didn't want to take up too much time. He had some stuff with him. He had his wife with him, and he was super cool about it. I was like, Brad effing Miller, old basketball Jesus himself, and he shook my hand with his big old mitt that he has. And, yeah, man, it was that was really cool, dude. That was really freaking cool. Brad Miller, first time meeting him, that was incredible, dude. So I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to tell you guys, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, man, you have a good call on Saturday as well, brother. Excellent win by the Niners, by the way, yesterday, 5 touchdowns, 290 yards for Purdy. Absolutely just clinical. It was a clinic that he was throwing, that he had yesterday. So just really good on him. So
yeah, and Steven, before you go, I have to ask you, what did you think about going to a third store? I mean, you were 2 for 2 yesterday.
Dude, I thought about it, man. I was like, how is this possible? Yesterday was not, I had a pretty solid day yesterday, but that was I took a moment and I was like, today wasn't so bad, So it was really cool, man. Really cool. Brad's a cool dude. So shout out to you, Brad.
There you go. Thank you, Steven. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for checking in and always being a regular and reliable listener here. We really truly appreciate that, and we do want to thank all of you seriously for taking the time to listen to us, to our station, to all of our shows, to chime in, to text, to give us feedback, social media, wherever you find us. It truly does mean a lot. So thank you. Thank you for that. While we were talking about all this kind of the Kings and Pistons journey here over the last couple of years, a couple more of weighed in. Let's see. How long was Detroit at the bottom? It was a couple years for Detroit. I mean, it has been. On the early Piston teams on this rebuild, did they have high-costing vets that sat while the players developed? Good question. Let me go back to Detroit and just go through the worst of the year was that record-setting year 2 years ago where they lost the most games in a row in NBA history. And again, that's just 2 seasons ago, and that's how quickly your fortunes can change. So I'm going to pick, right during the middle of that long losing streak. Let's go with the Monday, November 27th game against the Wizards. They're 2-15 or 2-14 at the time, and the Wizards were also 2-14 going into that game. So those two teams really struggling. And Detroit that night played Jaden Ivey, Ausar Thompson, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart. So they locked in on young guys. I'm trying to think of any other veterans. One of the older guys on that team was Alec Burks. They had Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman. Yeah, at one point they had all these former number 2 picks on their roster. So they were willing to try different things. But like I said, they kind of identified that Cade Cunningham was going to be a part of their future, Jalen Duren, Thompson, Ivy, even Beef Stew. And they built around that. And this year, because they had a good season last year, they said, look, we're going to build to our roster now and take guys like Duncan Robinson that I mentioned that they added in the offseason, Karis LeVert that they added in the offseason. Still trying to figure out if Ron Holland is a guy of the future. So, not all their draft picks have been hits. They're trying to figure out what they got. Tobias Harris still is a veteran that's back with that organization that was paid a lot of money over his NBA career. But there are different kind of key points, turning points that you could see that help them make them the team they are. They made a coaching switch. That was weird. Remember when they had Monty Williams in there and they thought that was going to be the big turnaround for them. And then I believe it was just 1 season for Monty. Now it's Bickerstaff in there, and he's done an excellent job. The players have developed. That's to the organization's credit and the players' credit for their offseason workouts and just getting better and healthier. And now they're loving it. I mean, I just can't imagine being a season ticket holder of the Detroit Pistons, and you go from just 2 years ago thinking, man, it's another loss. We're going to lose again. More record-setting losing streak and just a miserable year to just 2 seasons later, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, the second best record in the NBA. That's awesome. It's a great story, and it shows you that it can be done. But again, I don't know that the Kings are. So if we kind of do the comparison to where the Kings are now, yes, to that texter or our chatter from the YouTube, the Kings have more of a veteran-laden roster that I think to get to some of these picks, to get to some of that youth, the only way they can do it is by trading off some of the veterans. And that includes Sabonis, Levine, DeRozan, Monk. That would be the group. Schroeder, Westbrook. Now, some will be easier to move. Some will be a lot more difficult, maybe even impossible to move. That's the challenge for Scott Perry. And how do you make it more appealing to others? I'm not in the thought that they have to move the guys in a way that it costs you attaching first-round picks to it. I don't want to see them do that. I know they're not playing well, but I don't want them to be in a desperate mode. If they didn't do a thing, which would be disappointing, they're going to be a lottery team, picking hopefully high, and then you have another season where some of these larger contracts are off the books, or at least maybe there's only 1 year left and makes guys easier to move. So I don't think you make a trade to just make a trade, but I would really think about being way more aggressive in pursuing trades, though, to free up the logjam that we talked about. We gave our Christmas wish list for teams, and for me and the Kings organization, that wish list would include making a deal, moving on, and opening up some things for some of their current roster players, And, I don't know. I'll speak for Kings fans, I guess, in general. I found the last game very appealing. I know the veterans helped and got a big part of it done, but the last couple of games we're seeing a lot more Maxime Reynaud, more Nick Clifford, more Cardwell. I mean, they don't have a huge roster filled with a bunch of young guys that need to play, but the young guys should be playing. And they don't have to get all the minutes. I got respect for these veterans. You want them to try to compete, and those guys can still teach the young players something. But if they lose and they're playing young guys, to me it's easier to take. It's like, Reynaud's going through it. He had to guard Joker tonight. They lose to Denver. Let him get those bumps and figure out where his warts are in his game. That, to me, is where this King season needs to continue to trend to. Keep competing, which they're doing a good job of that. Keep battling. Work on trades. Get young guys minutes and see what you got as you continue to evaluate this team this season and into the offseason. All right, when we come back, still crosstalk with Alan Stiles and celebrity birthdays. We also have What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. We'll have that for you next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Toyotathon is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on your favorite fuel-efficient Toyota models. Right now, for a limited time, get a low-cost lease on the dynamic 2025 RAV4. Or shop the industry's best lineup of hybrid and electrified vehicles with 19 models to choose from, including the 36 mpg Grand Highlander Hybrid. These are the deals you've been waiting for. Hurry, Toyotathon ends January 5th. Toyota, let's go places.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit khdk.com.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game, offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big deal guy at Folsom Lake Dodge.
Vince! Actually, this time of year, you can call me the Holiday Big Deal Guy.
The Holiday Big Deal Guy!
Because during the wrap-up-the-year sales event at Folsom Lake Dodge, you can save over $18,000 net savings off MSRP on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4.
I'll take it.
And for a stocking stuffer,
keys to a Jeep,
a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S. Right now, I've got one for only $36,995.
That's why they call you the Big Deal Guy! So over $18,000 off a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
And a Jeep Wrangler Sport for only $36,995. But you'll only find these big holiday deals at one place.
That's right, only one place. At Folsom Lake Dodge! In the Folsom Auto Mall.
But online at FolsomLakeDodge.com.
Ram includes 9873 dealer discount plus 8207 in national stackable and holiday bonus cash. Then SN 667196. Jeep includes 4250 dealer discount plus 12750 in bonus national retail loyalty and holiday cash. Must be current owner of FCA vehicle to qualify for loyalty bonus cash. Then SW 543907. See dealer details, expires 1/2/26.
The holidays can be a time of increased stress for those struggling with opioid or stimulant addiction. They can also be a time for pause, reflection, opportunity, and new beginnings. This holiday season, choose treatment and recovery. Embrace the company of family and friends and create special moments. Find a proven opioid or stimulant addiction treatment provider near you at choosechangeca.org.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not.
Of course he did, right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement, 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line, $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
That's right. Thanks to our friends at Trex Decking and Railing. We'll give you what's on deck. All you need to know is Pistons and Kings. But we'll have more of that coming up in just a second. Want to clean up a few texts from our text line, 916-339-1140. Jason, rebuilds take 4 seasons. Rockets and Pistons got better in 4 seasons if you check their records. And I'm begging you to take a dive into Houston. Look at all the picks they hit on. So let me look at Houston and what they've done. I'll go back to like 2017 until now. Hartenstein and Dylan Brooks, DeAnthony Melton, Jalen Green, who they've now since moved to get to Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard. Yeah, they've done a nice job. And that is also a point I'm making. Like if you pick first, you pick 9th, you pick 16th, you pick 23rd. The key to all of this is some luck. You need to get right. You need to get your picks right. You need to develop. You need to have, when you make a pick, you don't want to feel like, hey, that player never helped us. That's a wasted opportunity. Just like if you sign a player in free agency, you have expectations of them. And if they fall short of them, you feel like you missed on that. So there's all sorts of things there that can happen. Another one suggests, but the Pistons already had a young core when they were bad 2 years ago. We have none of that. That's my point. I've said this. I think the best player, like Keegan Murray is a player you can build with. I'm talking about players you build around. And I don't think the Kings have that player. They don't have that player on their roster right now. Sabonis is that type of player. DeRozan is that type of player when he was, more in his prime. Levine could be that type of player. But you also, sometimes you look at those guys, you go, man, I almost wonder if there's better second, third options or just part of a really good team. I think those guys would flourish. The Kings aren't a really good team. And they were wondering if they had enough with Fox and Sabonis. Now, when they tried it, it wasn't enough. But I think they're still in the search of either that, finding that player via a trade from someone else or drafting that player. And that's where they are. Someone was commenting on our Brad Miller sighting earlier that was called in by Steven. Reminded me of Scott Pollard. Any inside info on how he is doing after his transplant? Well, by all signs, he looks great. He's doing well. I saw him at a golf tournament this summer. He looked great. So, good for Scott. We root for him on that for sure. All right, what is on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing tonight. Lots of NBA basketball because tomorrow nobody plays. And then we got the Christmas games for the NBA. But tonight, Pistons at Kings, 7 o'clock right here, Sactown Sports. Game night will begin at 5:30. I'll have the pregame with the High Flyer at 6:30 and the G-Man, and then the action at 7. The Knicks at the Timberwolves. This is DiVincenzo and Randall going back against the Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns. You also have the Pelicans at the Cavs. Can the Pelicans win a 6th consecutive game? It's kind of an odd win streak that they've found themselves on. The Nuggets at the Mavericks. As Denver 21-7. Denver's good. Denver's got a lot of good things going for them, and as long as the Joker stays healthy, they got a shot every night. You've got the Lakers at the Suns. For the Lakers, they're 19-8. Phoenix, one of the surprise teams for me. I thought they were going to be really bad. I really did. 15-13. The Grizzlies at the Jazz. 2 teams below 500, kind of trying to figure it out, feel where they belong here in the West. Magic at the Blazers, so second night of a back-to-back for both teams. The Rockets, who were here the other night, they're in L.A. to take on the Clippers. And then I would say, as far as our What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing, the game of the night, the Thunder at the Spurs. These 2 teams feel like they're going to have a long history of games and a rivalry going forward. And they battle for yet another time this season. The Spurs, one of the teams to beat the Thunder this year. So that should be a good one coming up later tonight. Chris, normally Dave asks us both this, but since I have looked, I'll ask just you. Who is favored and by how many tonight in the Detroit Pistons Sacramento Kings game?
Detroit 6.5.
Detroit by 6.5.
9.5.
9.5. One of your answers is closer. Which one do you feel better about?
9.5.
Good one to feel better about. It is Detroit by 8.5. Detroit by 8.5 tonight. I think that is the highest spread. It's tied for the highest spread. Minnesota. Wow, Minnesota's favored by 8.5 over the Knicks.
Who's out?
What are we missing here? You looked at me the same way I looked at. Okay, Cleveland's favored by 9.5 over the Pelicans. Philadelphia's favored by 9.5 over the Nets. Yeah, is someone out for the Knicks? That doesn't make any sense. Minnesota by 8.5 over the New York Knicks.
Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby.
Okay.
That makes sense.
There we go. Good. We're crazy, but just want to make sure we're not completely crazy there. All right.
That's what's.
Yeah, because Vegas is really good at this, and I'm going. I was wondering if the Knicks would be favored, and yet the Timberwolves are favored by 8.5.
You didn't see that the Timberwolves traded for Luka?
Yeah. Boy, why would that give him an 8.5 point spread?
Oh, well, Luka likes big spreads.
Watch it.
Especially on his sandwiches.
How much of the Christmas NBA schedule will you watch? Or I think we asked this the other day. You more Christmas football or Christmas NBA or neither?
Neither.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like in the history of my family, whatever version when I was a kid, to kind of an older adult or an adult, and then now married and have family that you're, kind of catering around on the holiday. It feels like to me we always have the TV on for Thanksgiving. So we always have football. But Christmas we don't always have. We might have Christmas movies on. We may not have any movie on. We might watch the NFL. We might watch the NBA, but it's not a part of our plan.
I turn something on when there's free time to basically.
Yeah, and I don't know what's your general Christmas day look like now? Now that you're an adult, you don't have kids, but just like you have a big family. What's your Christmas day like, Chris?
Well, Christmas Day is going to be weird because we're doing it the 26th.
Oh.
So I'll just do something with my mom.
Oh, that's right, because you have some obligations this Christmas Day. Yeah. But so it's just
but that's not what we're doing on the 26th.
Oh, okay. But normally would it be with a larger family or just you and your mom?
No, it's with our family.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of the idle time. What, like when you're not eating or
it's like, oh, I'm going to go over there in about an hour type of thing.
Yeah.
I've already seen Muppet Christmas Carol twice so far.
So now I'm clear. Now we can watch something else. Yeah, the Christmas slate of games this year, Cavs at the Knicks. That's to open it up at 9 a.m. Spurs and Thunder again, so it's going to be the third matchup between these teams. Mavericks and Warriors in San Francisco. You also have the Rockets at the Lakers. And the last one to bring in the last part of Christmas, the Timberwolves at the Nuggets for Christmas Day. Much better slate than the NFL. NFL just got some rotten luck with some of their games. But the way it works, the NFL will probably draw much higher ratings than the NBA. All right, we will break here. When we come back, still to come, Crosstalk with Alan Stiles and celebrity birthdays. That straight ahead here on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is, live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-949-1441. That's 800-949-1441.
I just want to entertain people and make a living.
From Focus Features, they had a dream.
I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to garden, I want a cat.
All they needed was each other.
We should call ourselves Lightning and Thunder, a Neil Diamond experience.
This Christmas, based on a true story.
You've ever had a shot, pal, this is it.
Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson.
It's good.
So good.
Song Sung Blue, rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13. Only in theaters this Thursday.
The clock is ticking. This holiday season, give the gift they'll really love. A new Honda from Northern California's best Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Happy Honda Days are happening right now. Score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas, all at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
There's the hard way to buy a car, and then there's the Hoblet way. Transparent prices, fast paperwork, and a team that's there to help, not hover. We've spent 77 years refining this process so you can get in, get out, and get driving with zero drama. Car buying doesn't have to be stressful. At least, not when you do it the Hoblet way. Experience the difference at HobletDodge.com. The easy way to buy.
Forgot it in the car. I might not have locked my car. I got to check.
I think it's safe. Feel safe?
I'll go lock it.
Good idea. Now that you told me, I'm like, hey, what's Alan got in here?
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of sifting around.
Crumbs from a car seat.
What's Christmas plans for you guys?
Pretty simple. You know, we're going to do Christmas Eve in the East Bay. It's like a non-negotiable. My mom every year, hey, you got to come out here for Christmas Eve. And then we'll flip-flop. They'll come out for Christmas Day. And
where's your wife's family?
Philadelphia area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
Philadelphia area meaning
Central Pennsylvania.
Oh, Central Pennsylvania. That's not Philadelphia area.
No, I mean it's Philadelphia. It's all in the same state. It's about an hour out. You know,
it's an hour from everything.
From the same city as Nick Kurtz, actually.
Oh, so you're spending Christmas in Sacramento here for Christmas Eve and Christmas?
Yes.
Because East Bay is Sacramento.
It's an hour out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean it's all
relative.
NorCal,
Sacramento area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you must be in LA all the time.
Well, that's what are we doing with, when people say, I'm from Citrus Heights.
Yeah.
Just say Sacramento.
I say it depends on where you are. Like if I'm out of the country, I'll say I'm from California.
Yes. You just kind of narrow in there. Oh, what part? I'm like, Northern California.
Yeah.
Oh, where? And I'm like, do you know Sacramento? Oh, yeah, I know Sacramento.
Yeah,
and then like,
the
okay.
capital.
But I mean, sometimes people like, oh, is that close to LA? I'm like, okay, you have no idea.
That's crazy. But for me, I was never going to say Concord.
I got you. Unless you're talking to someone from here.
So
Why?
I said Oakland.
So I'm from Sacramento.
Sacramento and Concord are a little bit different.
Yeah, Sacramento's better.
Sure.
You would say you're from
It's
Concord?
a state capital versus Concord. And I love Concord, but I'm not going to tell someone.
It's a weird named city, too.
I'm in Louisiana. I'm not going to say, hey, where are you from? Concord, California.
Right. Like, we go to see family in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But there's actually a little offshoot. We're in different little, parishes there. It's like, I go to New Orleans.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. I tell people, oh, where are you from? I'll say 20 minutes out of Oakland.
Okay.
30 minutes out of the city.
You must be from Concord.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I know it well. SeaWorld. That's what I call it. SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
Concord.
SeaWorld.
Yeah.
SeaWorld stand-up, not
what's coming
Shamu,
up
though.
today on the show?
Oh, man.
Man.
It's a holiday special. And what better way to bring in the holidays than with a mini roundtable? No Frankie Cardicelli today, but we
Where's
will
Frankie?
have... Text him. Yeah. I can't say on the air, but text him.
Oh.
So...
Is it worth it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris Watkins and Brendan Nunes, that's
Nice.
at 12. But before we even get to them, at 11, an old friend, Hunter Patterson,
Oh,
who
yeah.
covers
That's
the
right.
Pistons for The Athletic. He joins us at 11.
Is he in town?
He is in town.
Nice.
Yes, to talk about how the Pistons have kind of flipped it. And I'm just kind of interested in where they're at in their window, right? We've seen this before. Last season was their breakout season. The Kings didn't really follow it up the way that a lot of us would have liked them to that next year after the Beam team. So we never knew what the plan was. Honestly, the Pistons didn't do a lot this offseason. We were talking about whether or not they would trade Jalen Duren. They did not offer him, or they did not come to terms on a rookie extension, but now he's balling out.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of questions on what that looks like. Jaden Ivey's been injured. He's only played in 14 games. Is he on the trade block? Just what a team does in their situation where the window is open. They've been connected to Sabonis a little bit. Do you go get a big name, or is this the last year of just letting it go with, Duncan Robinson and the crew?
Yeah. I played earlier. We all remember the Pistons game last year because it was the last one for Mike Brown, and I had forgotten, Alan, the year before the Pistons game.
Fragile ego, fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
That the Pistons came in here, that awful team, and beat the Kings as well. When the Kings were like 29-20, and the Pistons were 6-33, and they came in here and won.
So what you're saying is, take the horsies.
6-43. Yeah,
take the horsies tonight.
8.5-point favorites. Second night of a back-to-back for them.
That seems respectable for the Kings. I'm used to double digits.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a respectable job.
Yeah. Respect. We'll take respect.
Yeah, we'll take respect.
They're playing a little better. I don't know that it's going anywhere, but they're playing a little better.
I was listening to you, and we're talking about this at 10:30, the rule changes that they're trying to implement for the tanking and things like that. The Kings have figured out this secret sauce to where no one can accuse them of tanking. They're not running out nobodies.
Right.
They're just bad.
Yeah.
But if you get good names that are bad together, you can't be accused of tanking.
They are playing their player. I mean, the only thing I would wonder, and you can't question, I guess you can't question a guy's health, was like we thought Sabonis might be coming back, and then it's like, whoa, 4 to 5 more weeks.
Yes.
But, I mean, to me, the silver lining is Reynaud's getting a chance to play and playing great.
And if the league, look, they did the same thing with marketing. The difference is, it's a knee. You know what I mean? If they feel like they need to do due diligence, I just, when it comes to, because people were talking about the Malik Monk thing yesterday, nobody is checking for Malik Monk. Hey, what's up with this? I mean, they're still losing. They won a couple nights ago, but they're still losing. I just don't really know what they're trying to solve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we need more people to watch the Jazz? I don't really know.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, to me, like teams have been tanking.
Right. And if
me.
but it's just weird coming off of a season where the Mavs got the first pick, right? It's not like the Hornets,
right?
And these teams are still bad, you know?
They've
they're
already
still bad.
done the safeguards with how much they've made it difficult to win the lottery.
Yes.
So I think they're already there.
I think they're bored.
Yeah.
Why don't you figure out how to stop Mark Davis from cheating the Kings out of games? Why don't you have a meeting on that?
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. That's one to grow on. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. It's time for Celebrity Birthdays. Just brought to you by our friends at Crumble Cookies. Nothing brings family and friends together better than Crumble Cookies. Bring some to your holiday party. Bring some to the family. They'll like it. Mm-hmm. The Grinch Cookie, recommended by Alan Stiles.
Put a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top and just don't move for the next 3 hours.
Fully endorsed by Alan Stiles.
Mm-hmm.
And when Crumble Chris was in here, he noticed you were working out in your Crumble sweatshirt.
That's right. That's right.
Make the sponsors happy.
That's right. Got to do it.
Today, on this date, December 23rd, the movie in what year? Good Morning Vietnam came out. Robin Williams and Good Morning Vietnam.
Chris?
1980.
19 what?
80.
1980.
You guys are 7 years off, 1987.
Ooh.
He did that so I'd be wrong.
No, I don't. I know the 90s.
Okay. We'll see if this helps you or not. The movie Scent of a Woman. Hoo-ah.
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 Hoo-ah. 1991.
1991.
You guys are off by a year, 1992. All right, now we'll go to birthdays.
I wish Dave was here because then he could be winning from me as a virus to Chris.
Eddie Vedder.
Chris.
Do you know who that is?
I do.
58.
Lead singer.
Yeah.
For Sting.
Sure. Pearl Jam.
Godsmack.
Yeah. Yep. Them too.
60.
You're closer. 61.
Come on.
Happy birthday to Kirby Smart.
I'll go first here.
Okay.
55?
54.
Chris is closer. 50.
Huh.
And we'll end with this one. Last but not least, happy birthday to Jim Harbaugh.
Man, a lot of these coaches, man, right?
You know, coaches.
Coaches. I mean, they're in their 50s or 60s or 70s. Jim Harbaugh, he's younger than John. Well, it's not his birthday. They're not twins. Come on, Jason, give me something. He's 50. He's 57.
58.
Chris is closer. Happy 62nd birthday to Jim Harbaugh. There you go. Well, Alan, I hope you have a great Christmas.
Same to you,
with,
Jason.
With you and the fam. And
same to you, Jason.
What is it? SeaWorld?
SeaWorld. We'll be out there. SeaWorld.
Yeah.
TC Turtle Creek.
Happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you to Christopher Ladd. Thank you to Sean Salisbury for joining us. I'm Jason Ross. We'll talk to you with Kings basketball tonight and next week back on the show. But Alan Stiles is next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC.